All ages, broadcasting live from the heart of the Duke City. It's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports. 2 Men On, with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
It's Wednesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? It means the boys are at the Horn YMCA, and I bet Van doesn't have his mic right. Van, welcome. Excited to be here, are you, brother?
I am very excited.
Isaiah Johnson back at the studio. Isaiah, how are you?
Doing wonderful because you guys' mics both sound awesome.
How great.
Excellent.
We are from the Horn. We're hanging out today all day up until 7 o'clock. Got some fun guests. Brandon Ortega will join us at 4:30.
What? I like that guy.
Yeah, that's going to be good for us. He's doing the post-game basketball stuff over there in the KKOB, doing with Kenny Thomas. So we'll talk to him about that and the basketball as a whole. We're on UNM, so we're pretty excited. Also, Alex Bonham is going to join us, I think, in the 6 o'clock hour. It's dependent upon a schedule thing he's got going on.
Okay.
But they're doing a cool thing over at Trek where they're going to take a bunch of donations of bikes for kids. So we're going to talk about that. That is going to be a real positive from today's episode of the program.
I'm a big fan of helping kids.
I'm a big fan of taking.
Well, look, for all of you adults out there,
Uh-huh.
all of you seniors out there,
Yes.
I like helping you too.
Okay.
But you had your shot. You're already grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have had it figured out by now.
You should be in a place to help others, actually.
Yeah. The kids, though, bright-eyed,
help them.
starry, have no idea what's up.
No. How could they?
Help them.
You're their parents. We know they don't know.
All right.
What is the cutoff age? Where should the bridge be crossed?
How old are you,
Yeah.
Zay?
How old are you?
I'm 27. I think
26.
Yeah. You're too old. Right before.
Yeah. You should have figured it out about 6 months ago.
I think okay, 26.
Yeah. You are best case scenario behind the 8 ball. You're realistically not going to get there.
If you make it past the 27 club year, then you should be ready
That's
to live the whole rest of your life.
That's the Kurt Cobain rule.
Yeah.
So,
or Joplin or Jim Morrison or Brian Wilson, like any number of other people.
I go with who I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at 28, if you don't have an idea, there's reason to kind of start panicking. In your early 20s, everyone says, oh, don't worry. I think at 27, 28, if you don't see at least a direction, it's time to start panicking.
Well, you can see a direction in your 20s too, and that's not good. Like you can be 20, end up in a bad direction.
Yeah, I mean that was me. That was my experience. I saw a very clear path to destruction. And I took
self-destruction.
And I took that path.
Yeah.
And it was not healthy for myself and everyone else around me.
Correct.
But your boy bounced back. And you can too, Zay. There's hope for you.
I have
the Yankees.
I have they're about to have the best comeback in the history of baseball. Also, I have a brand new blood feud, which I will tell you guys about at some point today.
Is it with Italian American front row sitters?
This one's pro wrestling based.
Oh, pro wrestling based.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the Crips or something.
What?
My goodness.
What?
You said blood. I didn't know what you meant.
Is this because
instead of a Crip fruit? That's a good joke, Zay.
Is this because I have an NWA
pretty
hoodie?
good for a 26-year-old.
Yeah, 27. But
yeah, I know exactly.
We're live from it, and we're doing it all day long. The World Series was the opposite of what I thought it was going to be yesterday.
Tried to told you.
It was so very good. Our Isham Diddle soundbite of the day, we're going to hit at 4:15. It is that play last night with Mookie Betts and the fan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go into that at length. It's not going to get the opening segment because I don't like paying heed to this kind of ignorance, but it is worth talking about because the stage is so big. If this is a regular season something, if this is whatever, not necessarily am I going to go out there and go, but this one I will. So we'll do that.
Like if you and Van had some tellers and you guys were front row at a baseball game, one of you two may have done the same thing.
First of all, they don't put VIPs front row in the outfield. So we would never be in that situation.
We would be behind home plate.
Yeah,
silly.
of course. We'd be in the green seats, brother. We
have our own box.
Yeah. Also, I mean, as long as it's just sugar-free Teller. I mean, I could have more than a
Yeah,
couple. I could
that's
have
a
a
bummer.
lot.
You can have just straight Teller vodka.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, a
you
little
can
soda water.
Yeah.
A little squirt of limey boys.
No reason to waste the water or the lime.
Okay.
I say just,
That's straight from the bottle.
yeah.
Okay.
I want Skycam to see the bottom of the bottle.
Okay.
Like, that's my vision when
Yeah.
I'm out there.
Who's that Russian guy
Uh-huh.
in the skybox watching the game? Oh, wait, that's an American.
Correct.
He's just drinking vodka straight out of the bottle.
Yeah. Something political.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him.
Is he trying to sabotage the election too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch any of that city council meeting last night?
From which city?
This one.
Oh, no, I didn't. What happened?
Oh, my God.
It was a good one?
Brother.
Juicy?
Brother. A lot of people would like for Donald Trump to not stop by.
Okay.
Some people,
Like Albuquerque Police Department and fire and protection and APS security and like anyone involved in putting this show on.
Yeah, I heard Isleta denied. You're not using us for.
well, that's not what they said. What they said exactly was usually this type of thing takes any amount of planning, and they didn't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're also like, they're not coming here, so no.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah.
Miss me,
Hey.
fam.
You use that part for soccer tournaments all the time.
Yeah.
Use it for concerts all the time. Use it for church festivals all the
Mhm.
time. Yeah. Those are planned months in advance,
Correct.
Donnie. You can't just show up and
No.
use all of our stuff.
Well, and a little inside baseball.
Leave a pile of trash.
A venue I work with regularly is like, hey, brother, you can't really do the Halloween day. We got there might be some stuff going on in
Mhm.
town. Just heads up. We got to move your wrestling show. Oh, got it. No problem. Like, so how long ago did we move the wrestling show?
Yeah.
A month?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how long this thing's been in conversations.
Right.
I'm over here on the radio, like, mum's the word. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go to the university. I mean, you have to be at the airport hangar. Like, there's no other option.
In his defense, he probably doesn't want to spend that much time here in a city, in a state that he knows he's going to lose.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, what, he's going to ramble on for like an hour and then get back on the plane? You don't want to be
Yeah.
you don't want to be that far from the plane.
Yeah, but to be clear, I'm going.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
If the
Great.
circus is in town, I'm eating peanuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys ticket holders, or you pulling up with the outside crowd?
I'm going to put on a blazer. I'm going to walk up like I
Famous.
deserve to be there. The stupidest thing you ever asked me. Bro, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Just put on my white guy clothes. Just put on my white guy clothes. I got it. I'm here, guys.
I'm gonna put on my fedora with a little plastic thing that says press on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's a good get.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of Donald,
Hey, why are you stopping me at the barricade here? See, I'm a member of the press.
speaking of Donald Trump, speaking of today being national, I don't know if you guys knew this, Candy Corn Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
And if you were listening to the morning show this morning, you know our sports animal audible of the day. Call Isaiah 505-246, and you're gonna give him the sports animal audible of the day. That's our keyword, and you'll be the winner of 2 tickets to UNM and Wyoming's football game this weekend out over there at the stadium. That's gonna be a lot of.
That's really cool.
Did I say 2
2
a.m.? That's my mistake.
No, you didn't say the time.
Oh.
I was just throwing it on there.
2 p.m. 2 p.m.
I like a
Yeah.
nice noon game.
Well, again, Isaiah said 2.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So that's different.
No, I start drinking at noon.
No, for
Yeah.
a 2 p.m. game, you start drinking at 10.
Well, drinking water to
No,
hydrate.
No.
So I can do a nice hard 2-hour
Nope.
power hour.
No, you tailgate. You can get out to the tailgate as early as 8. That's fine. That is realistic. Now, if you get out there before then, you're too
Hey.
soon.
Get your disco out, crack some eggs, pour some chili on them, maybe fry up some
What was that
papas,
first word?
have some breakfast, some burritos.
What was that first word you just said?
Which word?
A disco?
Disco.
Like to dance?
It's like a wok, but in Spanish.
It's like a
cook on it.
like a trash can lid.
It's like a cast iron wok. But
You-
the sides are at a different angle.
You own one of these?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So yes, bring out
Yes,
the
I'm an
thing
adult.
that Van
I'm not a
just named.
child.
Oh, my bad. I
Like
said it.
former 26-year-old Isaiah Johnson.
Hey, he don't own a cast iron, brother.
Yeah.
He got nothing at home.
He's got a microwave.
Yes.
How many pots and pans do you have? What's the real answer?
I got 4 pots.
That's a fair number. That's actually perfectly fine.
See, this is a trick question. You need
Yeah.
one good one.
Yeah,
That's
it.
the real
Yeah.
adult
Mhm.
answer. You have
Need-
one Dutch oven, one pot, and one cast iron pan. That's how adults roll. You need the big 3, and that's it.
I the other day bought a machine solely purposed for
And
cooking hot dogs.
And an 8x13 baking sheet. I mean, that's naturally.
Yeah, for
Little-
your baking needs.
Little Pyrex boy.
Pyrex does well.
Mhm.
Now, also always cover that thing up though. Like if you're a parchment guy, cool. I'm an aluminum foil guy, but I'm not trying to. I'm not putting scratches into my oven pans. That's what I'm trying to get to. Brillos are too hard, and that unless you get it real wet, that smiley face scrub that I have, that sponge, it's not as good as TV said it was.
So I trust the quality of Pyrex cooking goods.
Same.
So I just raw dog it with my food,
Yeah.
with my soap and my sponge. Like over time, I might scratch it up, I might wear it down, but I trust the quality manufacturing of our fine friends at Pyrex.
One time I was taking a casserole to Van's house on a Pyrex, and the
Not
gal
a paid partner.
no, and the guy I was with dropped it, and the lid popped off, and it landed right on the corner of the Pyrex, and all of the green bean casserole came out of the Pyrex, and the Pyrex was perfectly fine, but the green bean casserole was all over the ground.
Just scoop it back in. No one's going to be able to tell.
It hit off of a sidewalk.
Same answer.
There's a couple of rocks in there.
Couple rocks in it.
Yeah, and bird poops.
What is that? It's artisanal rock salt.
Specifically, I believe it was dropped because that part of the sidewalk was underneath of a treed area, and there was often bird poops on the sidewalk.
You slipped on
And-
some bird poops?
No. Tried to do like a hopscotch around the bird poops.
Not as agile as thought she was.
No, cannot be, would not be.
Well, that's the Midwest skill. All the geese that love to fly around there.
That's different because geese poops are easy to see from afar.
Yeah.
You can dodge a geese poops.
But they usually come in packs. So usually it's like a minefield.
Also, be careful for geese. There's some angry ones out there.
Well,
Oh yeah, especially
Not-
in spring.
Not all geese are good birds.
be double careful for geese because geese poops while standing and they don't poops while flying. And I am more fearful of flying poops than I am of landmine poops.
You ever been hit by one?
A flying poops?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
I heard
bummer.
it hurts. It hurts
Now-
bad.
It's a bummer. I've got hit by a tree poop, but not a flying poop.
So, I grew up on the water and birds to hide their trail.
It's tough life.
Yeah, they try to.
Out on the high seas.
No, it was rivers.
Oh, you're like on the shore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, well, again,
Yeah.
hold on.
Okay.
Just a river. It's not. It would have a bank. It wouldn't have a shore. There'd be a river bank
Oh, like the Mississippi River National Bank?
of Greater St. Louis.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
So birds, when they fly, they attempt to poops over bodies of water
Oh,
to hide where they have been.
naturally.
Yeah. So all the time I spent growing up in a canoe
Mhm.
or the bank of a river, it was not a rare occurrence to have bird poops.
That's fun. Like that's a new little obstacle course
It's
every
like
time you're on
Frogger.
the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Mm-hmm. Guacamole.
Is that food
You put it in your disco.
for your tailgate?
Yeah.
Acceptable to arrive at a tailgate at 8 a.m., not sooner. Acceptable to have everything set up. And I mean the whole thing. So if it's lawn chairs, if it's a television because you're watching game day, if it is put out the coolers, your pop-ups, your cornhole game that you're only going to play for like 5 minutes, like all that stuff goes at Hillbilly Golf,
Mhm.
all that goes out. And then you can, if the game is at 2, officially crack your beer at 10 on the dot. That is when your first beers can be open. Now, if you
I'm for it. I don't want you because I'm going to start drinking at noon and I'm going to do a quick power hour. I'm going to hit it
No.
hard. I'm going to hit it hard.
you're in line by 1, brother, that's not enough time.
Oh, no, I got the pass.
We do have the
So
power.
I
Okay,
just
I'm
walk
talking.
in.
So I'm doing every day, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking GA.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I parked in GA. Let's be real clear on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to pull up to a place in GA like a Neanderthal and
Yeah.
call an Uber to the front.
GA, more like GTFO.
Yeah. Do you want? Hey, a
Mhm.
real move I've done at like concert. You know how there's like the drop off thing, and then Uber has to leave right away. I
Yeah.
will park at the very, very end, and then I will order an Uber.
Sure.
And I will have them drive me to the front.
Mhm.
That way, whenever it's time to leave, I'm already at the very, very end of the parking lot. Zero wait in the parking lot.
Also, friend of the show, if you're going to the Trump rally,
Do not go to Isleta.
this is good advice.
Yes. Well, and there's no parking at the rally.
No parking. You got to walk.
No. They have they allegedly have shuttles. We've seen this one before.
Oh, okay. This is going to be fun. It's going to be
Isaiah,
a cold night, too.
it's during the day. Again, it's a 10 a.m. start for the rally festivities tomorrow. 12 p.m. Allegedly, Donald will be there to speak.
You think he's going to be on time?
No, I do not.
Okay.
The only chance is because he does have to be in Las Vegas at 4:30. So unless he's going to be late there as well.
Yeah, but he's going to get the time zones mixed up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole thing.
Possible.
I mean, he was late to his last one because he's doing Joe Rogan. He could be early to this one because he's doing 2 Men On with us.
And I guess he's got Tucker Carlson later that night, tomorrow night.
In Albuquerque?
Can you believe those guys in the front row? Beautiful Italian American boys. They were just doing their civic duty, grabbing the baseball. Good Yankees fans, proud American.
Guarding the wall. The most important thing is that outfield wall. We have to always have it manned.
Mookie Betts and an immigrant, probably.
Think of Game of Thrones. You have to have someone on the wall at all times.
He's my personal Jon Snow.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one. He refused to let go of the ball the way Khaleesi refused to let go of the eggs that eventually hatched three dragons that were then used to defeat the Night King, but betrayed King's Landing. It was weird when he got into the book report part.
Is it too late for me to hop on the Game of Thrones?
Go back, do it.
No, please.
Yeah, go back.
From the first episode?
Yeah.
How long did it take me to catch
First
up?
of all, find a pretty white girl that's already seen it and can explain to you who every character is.
There you go. It's super smart.
Because it is too much. And like some of them get recast like some of the way through. So it's like they got like other acting roles in other places. Or they didn't want to do nudity.
So it makes it extra confusing.
Oh, it's so confusing. And you can't like be on your phone during because there's so much going on.
Yeah, there's like 12 different storylines weaving in and out at the same time.
And you have to turn the brightness on your TV all the way up.
On certain episodes.
It's too dark.
Sometimes it's too bright.
Name one moment.
Snowy.
When they're outside during the day.
In the snow.
Yeah. A lot of sun reflection. I would recommend it. It's really good. I will let you know, spoiler alert, the ending sucks. But the beginning and middle and right before the end are fantastic.
6/8 of it, which is 1/3 of it.
Yeah.
2/3 of it is very good.
Yeah.
2/3 of it.
Make the 6/8 compromise and just watch it, and then just don't be disappointed in the end.
I know the genre is way different, but is it a better watch than Breaking Bad?
No.
It's like a hard no.
Breaking Bad is significantly better. If you like, well, I don't know.
Like worldwide, do you feel that way? Because I feel like worldwide, Game of Thrones was definitely more than Breaking Bad.
All right, I'm gonna text Pitbull and see what he has to say.
Mr. 505,
Mr. Worldwide.
Those are the same names.
Yeah,
that we just said. Albert Ramirez joins us when we get back from the break. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Boo! Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by the Albert Journal.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On, where during the break, Albert Ramirez was joining us. So we're playing a little, what would you call this? This was like the musical chairs of headphones.
Yes.
And then when we came back from the break, I put on a pair of headphones that didn't have a cord in them. So
That
I
is
didn't,
accurate.
so I was late to the game. Albert, welcome, brother. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We are excited to be here with you at the Horn YMCA.
Glad you're here.
Now, is it true that all the New Year's resolutioners have already come early and signed up and they're getting way ahead of the game? Way to go.
You've had a fantastic October.
Isn't that crazy?
To be fair.
To be
fair.
fair.
There you go. Yeah, October's been great. People are getting ahead of the game, so
Yeah.
that's good. Actually, those people that were probably working out outside is, starting to get cold, so they got to come
Sure.
inside, right? So, but no, things have been great. We're excited. Always excited here at the Y, and we got a whole bunch of new equipment coming in next month.
What?
Yep.
Cardio.
Little bit of cardio,
Assisted weights.
more strength.
There
more
we
strength.
go.
We got the Sports Performance Center down there, so we are bringing in some new equipment down there for circuit training and so forth. Bringing in some spin bikes. We're revamping our spin program here, so we'll have a new spin classes starting December 1st. Got a new yoga room.
Hey, and I got to work out that.
Exciting.
A lot of fun stuff going on.
I got to work out that Thanksgiving meal I'm gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's my December 1st plan.
You need to get a month ahead of it.
I need to get out and
Are
head.
you going to step away from the keto for one calendar day on Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving. So I've been keto, Albert. I don't know if did you notice how little I was when you walked in?
I did. I was impressed.
You said, where are you working out? Because
Yeah.
Albert does not
I
see me
haven't
here.
seen you at the Y. What's going on?
I've been busy.
Is it the other way?
Been busy. Yeah, the other way. That's
Yeah.
the one on the other side
Is
of
it the
town.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
the
Yeah,
McLeod?
check the scans, Albert. It's
Yeah.
legit.
Okay.
I've been there the whole time. The fellowship's more than ever here, though, now, right? Where
Oh
it's,
yeah,
yeah.
always. Yeah. It's just, COVID was interesting, but it's good to see everything just kind of rebound. And I know we're 3 or 4 years past COVID, but it's been a slow rebound for some of that stuff, right? So you're starting to see the lobby full in the morning with all the coffee drinkers and things of that nature that happen here at the Y. So
They still drinking Pignon? What's up?
They're still drinking Pignon.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Hey, shout out to
Hey.
Pignon.
Yeah.
They donate that to the Y.
They're
So
the best.
they're just an amazing community partner.
Yeah, they care. They just partnered with the Boys and Girls Club, too.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah.
doing a bunch of fun stuff with them. Cam Shaver's got a new director.
Cam Shaver's got a new director. Yeah, he comes from Pueblo, Colorado, from Camp Jackson with the YMCA up there. He's
What?
got
Ooh.
Good
20,
kid.
20 plus years experience.
Can he
so
whittle?
I'm sure he can. He can do a lot of
Okay,
great
cool.
things. So we're excited to have him. So it's going to be
Well,
another great summer up at camp.
What else do you ask for in the application besides that? Whistle Dixie? Do you ask about that?
Whittling.
Mm.
Can you fish?
Yeah.
You okay living in the woods?
Yeah. How many knots do you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, starting a fire without a lighter.
Did you make him do
That's
that
a
in the
big one.
interview?
That was part of it. Yeah. We took him out back and said, come on, start a fire right here, right now.
That's so sweet. Now, what we're going to ask you to do here, my friend, is you have to fashion a rope swing.
Mhm.
Can you?
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
And go.
yeah.
You have 60 seconds.
And Albert blinks. It's already done.
There you go.
Yeah, that's so funny. So, all right, Cam,
what, Al? You haven't blindfolded me yet.
he goes, oh, introductory stuff.
Huh.
Yeah.
But no, you guys are excited for that. Obviously, Camp Shaver, a signature summer destination for
Absolutely.
so many kids. And is that going to be? Can I buy that for Christmas? Can I give that as a gift?
You can. We actually will start what we call early bird registration
Yeah.
December 1st. So,
Smart.
yeah, come in, go online, however you want to do that. But
Yeah.
we can.
December 1st for me. December 2nd for everyone else.
December 1st for members,
Okay.
December 2nd for everybody else. Yeah.
Cool. I'm a member. All right. So we're here at the Y. We're at the Horn YMCA. We're at the McLeod YMCA last week. Both. You mentioned you're getting more equipment here. Are they getting more equipment in McLeod too? Is it?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting more cardio equipment. They're
Yeah.
upgrading some of the older equipment that they have. So pretty much over the last 4 years, each year we've been bringing in new equipment. So we've pretty much turned everything over when we're done with this this change next month. So, and then we just keep everything on a yearly cycle where we're bringing in new stuff after that. So it's just people invest in themselves by coming to the Y, and we invest in them by making sure they have the top of the line equipment to reach their goals, right? Their health goals, whatever that may be.
There really is everything here that you need, whether you're an entry-level athlete, whether you're just trying to drop a couple pounds, whether you're just trying to stay active.
Or drink coffee.
Or just drink coffee and talk about the World Series in the morning. There's that too.
Yep.
Like downstairs in the sports training area, like I don't think people who've never been here and toured and laid eyes on it realize how nice it is.
Yeah, it's a great facility. And we just keep investing in that area. Like I said, we're putting in about $80,000 worth of equipment next month. So, those that really want to get involved with like circuit training and doing those types of things, we have that stuff for you now. So,
And all the old heads out there who maybe haven't been in the Horn YMCA for some time, where the pool used to be previously.
where the pool used to be. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the conversation they always say.
Right.
Also, you want to learn a cool little party trick? Come here, find me. I'll teach you how to hit a speed bag.
There you go.
If you can hit a speed bag, like
Isaiah Van
Hey.
can do it in the rhythm of songs. It's
Yeah.
so stupid.
And there's a new boxing setup coming next week
so
or
sweet.
next month too.
Really?
So
What are you doing with that old speed bag? Because Van wants it. How are
I literally have one.
getting retired?
how are those youth programs doing?
They're doing great.
Yeah.
Everything's going well. We are 1 week into winter sports registration. So right now, actually, sweet deal. If you come in and register now, you get free membership until the end of December. December.
Okay.
And then your membership kicks in, but you also get your sports for free, right? Included with
Yep.
memberships. So and if you're going to get in quickly, because we're already about 3/4 of the way full in 1 week. So it's
Wowza.
moving quickly. So
Now that's a way better deal than my free month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always ask for
Yeah.
Albert's deal.
Albert's
It's a
deal,
better deal.
Albert's
There
deal
you
is
go.
way better than Vans.
Yeah.
What
a
are
lot
we
of
doing
times
here?
people say, "What's Albert's deal?"
Yeah.
And that's not talking about membership. That's talking about
Mhm.
his disdain for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, there's that too.
oh, come on.
Oh, I didn't know that existed.
Come on, come on.
It's like,
Guys are hurting me there now.
Albert, are you in the drop on the knees and pray part of the season? Are you on Isaiah's bandwagon, which is let's fire Mike McCarthy, string a bunch of L's in a row, and get a high draft pick for next year?
I actually would like to see them trade
Everyone.
Parsons. And trade Parsons.
They got
get
4 days.
Get a couple first round picks, and we're in the rebuilding phase for sure.
Dang, Zay, does that hurt? Does that sting?
Yeah, that's
where's he land? He has to go to a team that's going to
Oh, I
number
don't
one
even-
be in the playoff mix.
Mhm.
Have to. A team that needs to pressure the quarterback to get him back. You know where he'd be a really good fit? Washington Guardians.
Yeah.
You send him out there, Put him on the other side because they have the best up-and-coming quarterback in the league. Does Washington?
we send Micah. Jaden Daniels is coming to Dallas.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
it's not a fair
I'll take
trade.
that. I'll
Okay.
take that. I'll
Only-
take that.
That's the only way Mike is going over there. I mean, Micah back with Dan Quinn, it might be a fair trade because there's a big difference. Clearly,
It'd be the move, though. I mean, for Washington, because they're going to make the playoffs. Washington will make the playoffs.
Probably.
They're on
Philadelphia will make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The list stops right there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
the list.
And then the Giants will get third in the division.
Yeah, that part's true. That part. What about that part, Albert? Can you-
There's one
that-
team left over.
That's probably true. Right
Let's do
now.
the math.
Unfortunately, that's probably true.
Albert, have you seen the guy from Boise State, Ashton Genty?
I have. Yeah, he'd be a great pickup.
We'd love him. So
any good players
L's.
would help the Cowboys. Like
Yeah.
you can name any player who's good.
He takes some L's, but he's generational. Take
Yeah.
some L's.
Draft him and
Captain
give him
pick.
number 22 immediately.
So smart.
Just build some draft capital. You get a couple first round picks. He could be one of them.
Albert, how hard is it buying at Christmas when the Cowboys are bad? Like, how do you get gifts if you're not getting Dallas Cowboy themed things?
I've got so much Dallas Cowboys themed stuff that I could just re-gift it. So
Super
That's
smart.
sweet.
yeah,
Albert has a pile of dupes.
Yeah.
Like somebody gives him a dupe. He's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, this one's going out.
Yep.
It's going to another. One more time, Albert, give us where's the best way to get information on the Y? Where's the best place to call or come to become a member?
yeah. Easiest way, go to our website, ymcacnm.org. We got, like I said, great deals going on right now as we're coming into the new year. Take advantage of them. Beat the rush. Beat the New Year's rush. Get in here. Start knocking off those pounds or whatever it is you're trying to do. And we've got everything you need, and we got great staff to walk you through what you need.
Love that. Love everything about it. Albert Ramirez, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Whenever we get back from the break, it's our Isham Dental soundbite of the day. It's 2 Men On live from the Horn YMCA, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Hymn. And where we're so fortunate to every day give you the Isham Dental soundbite of it. You can go to ishamdentalabq.com, sign up, get that free exam and x-ray. Brandon Ortega is going to join us at 4:45. Our Isham Dental soundbite of the day, Van, comes from last night's World Series game.
Let me guess what it is. I don't need to guess. Go ahead and pick.
No, Isaiah
Yeah.
knows what he's got it.
Pitch, not afraid to throw. Right by Torres. Betts in the corner. Does he have room? Fights with the fan. And they're going to say that it's an out and fan interference. So an out, one gone in this first. It's the second time that Gleyber Torres has hit a ball that has ended up in fan interference in this series. He had the home run turn into a double back at Dodger Stadium. And yeah, Betts has that ball in his glove, and this fan literally tries to take his glove off. Pries the ball out of there. A for effort.
Well, he won't be watching the game much longer.
Wow, he might
chance.
from a TV. He'll be watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, the TV. He'll watching from somewhere else.
The play-by-play there obviously had not been told by anyone else in the world that was stupid. Okay, here's where I get caught up. I wrote down who that was from. I'm so sorry. I was going to, that's from Fox Sports. So here's what gets me weird in these situations. And I feel bad because we yesterday kind of tooted the horn of a Yankees fan a little bit.
Yeah.
And we forgot about the individual idiot.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
You were waxing poetic
I was.
about Yankees fandom in general.
As a whole.
And you forgot about how many
The a-holes.
dirtbags
Yes.
are in that fan group.
From the Yankees.
There's so many.
From the Yankees, quote, last night, 2 fans were ejected from Yankee Stadium for egregious and unacceptable physical contact with Dodgers outfielder Mookie Betts. The safety and security of players, fans, and stadium staff is the foundational, element of every event held at Yankee Stadium. It can not be compromised. Tonight marks the final home game of the year, and we want every ounce of our fans' passion on display. Yankee Stadium is known for its energy and intensity. However, the exuberance of supporting one's team can never cross the line into intentionally putting players at physical risk. The Yankees and Major League Baseball maintain a zero-tolerance policy towards this type of behavior displayed last night. These fans will not be permitted to attend tonight's game in any capacity. And you think, okay, that tracks. Like, that is exactly the thing they were going to say. It gets better. The tickets used last night by the 2 ejected fans, plus some others in that sections, have been redistributed to a pediatric cancer patient
Attaboy.
and his family,
Attaboy.
as per the Yankees.
Well done.
Let's go.
Well done, Yankees. Good to put a nice little positive bow on this awful situation.
Unless this kid does the funniest thing of all time.
Oh, pretty please.
Which is reimagines. No, that's not a thing. It was
Look, first off, this is not fan interference. This is assault.
Yeah, I agree.
You forcibly grabbed somebody's arm and did not release it upon physically moving their human body against their own will.
Correct.
And then had a buddy join in. This is group assault. Mookie was trying to pry his own hand and glove
And his buddy was like, nah.
away. And his buddy's like, no.
Now let my
Got your
buddy
back.
keep doing this.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab your other hand. This is group
robbery.
assault.
What's that, Isaiah?
It's robbery as well, because you're robbing them of the ball, right? Might as well tack that charge on there.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, you'll get molesting. That's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't do. What is the punchline
That's an actual.
That's what the legalese.
Yeah.
Like, what is there's no
that's just-
giggle
just
there.
what it's called.
That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
For grabbing the bait, you can really get hit with that, huh?
Groping? Yeah.
Yeah, if
Groping.
you touch a stranger,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
And then afterwards, these guys, they're like Isaiah just now, they're the giggles.
Yeah.
They think they did the right thing. And they made a statement afterwards. They're like, we have to defend the wall. And
Yeah.
you're like, what
That's so weird.
what does that mean, idiot?
If
Yeah,
there's
little backtrack. I don't validate the fans, so they're not Isaiah types of people.
Yes.
okay, yeah, thank you for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I just want to clarify that.
And as far as like New York suburb of Connecticut or wherever he's from.
Yeah, of course.
Like whatever, like local dark bar that's attached to a pizza joint. These guys are going to be legends forever. Any like decent human being who look at this behavior and is like, this is an aberration on decent humanity.
You're wrong.
But all like the dirtbag sports fans who are like, yeah, you got him. Defend that wall, bro. Yeah, that's your ball. His glove was on your side. You paid for those seats.
That's what he said to the official.
He was in your area, bro.
When the umpire came over, he was like, he's in my space.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, who are you to argue with this guy?
Who, in your space?
Your space?
Are you a Steinbrunner?
This is confusing.
Yeah, okay.
Also, he looks like what everyone who doesn't live in New York thinks a New York schlub looks like.
It was unfair how much of a meme he is of himself.
Yeah. His bottom lip was attached to his top chin, attached to his second chin, attached to his neck.
Yeah.
In a Yankees jersey.
It was like the Russian nesting dolls of chins.
It was not great.
Yeah.
He's
got a quick question.
Yep.
So this is a situation where, he's going for the ball. And so take in Green Bay, right? So if we're going like you can get hit with things. Say someone Lambo leaps and then a fan reaches and does something.
Pours a beer on him. Happens all the time.
Picks their nose.
Yeah.
Well, no, like pouring a beer though, and versus like grabbing someone's arm when they're trying to get away. So in a situation like in Green Bay, is that less likely for you to get hit because that player jumps into the crowd? In this situation, he's going for the ball, or do you think it's just like fans in general? Anytime you interact with the game, you just are at risk to get hit with these charges, because I think fans just imagine it's all in the game simulation. They're not thinking about as bad as it is. They're not humanizing the players, if you know what I mean.
Well, in their defense, in just the slightest, softest bit of giving them defense, his hand was over the wall. They were both going for the ball. If you're going for the ball, if Mookie Betts' glove is on the other side of the wall and you're both going for the ball and you hit his glove and you interfere, that's different. What they did was assault.
Yes.
They held him against his will.
First, play
they
the ball.
wouldn't let him have his own hands. You know how important it is to have control over your own hands? Very is the answer. They held him against his will. That's a step beyond fan interference.
And now their watch has ended. They can no longer patrol the wall.
They should have been kicked out.
They were kicked out.
They were immediately kicked out.
out.
And they're banned from this next game.
And probably for life.
I doubt that.
I don't.
They were seen on camera later in like a later inning. And they were still there.
Walking out.
Yeah.
Being escorted out. No, they were escorted out immediately.
Go. And then what's going to happen, because it's got such legs on it, is the Steinbrenners or Cashmans or whoever.
Yeah.
They're going to say, never. No, never can these guys be back. Never, ever again. Like, because they were terrible. They were terrible.
Awful. But again, whatever local Italian corner deli that's attached to a bar, they're never paying for gabagool the rest of their life. They're never going to have to pay for a nice Peroni the rest of their life. Because Yankees fans like that.
That's a good one, Isaiah.
Like sports fan is like that.
If
like they're heroes to the wrong kind of sports fan forever now.
Well, and the Yankees can save face, because if the Yankees have MLB ban them, it's not like the Yankees did it. And it's like MLB did it. Also, if you're MLB PA, what you just got here is what we call a negotiation tool.
Sure.
And now you're going to end up with a weird, what's that net called that protect you from foul balls? I don't know what it.
Net.
The net.
Yeah.
This thing's going to stretch all the way down now.
Yeah.
To the foul pole.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep this down, the other thing safe, and that's going to be the thing, or they'll just let them smoke more weed. But that'll be the negotiation tool.
Put shot collars on these losers like a dumb puppy. Just like
on Mookie Betts.
If you're an unruly puppy, like, and there's no recourse, Cesar Millan's not available, you have to resort to a shot collar. Same thing for these guys. It's like, oh, would you like to renew your season tickets? Once you enter the stadium, you get a shot collar, you loser. This is what's going to happen to you.
Also, if there was no global warming, it would have been cooler, and those guys would have had mittens on and they wouldn't have been able to grab them. So
Yeah,
really,
speaking of mittens, did you see the guy sitting right next to him who had one of those sliding gloves on? Yeah,
that's what that was.
an adult man.
I'm looking right at it.
Had the bright blue one.
Yeah.
that's a sliding glove.
I thought that was like a quarterback hand warmer thing.
No, he for whatever reason is just at a baseball game. A fan is in an aqua blue sliding glove, the same one that
They all use.
Yeah.
Maybe it was thrown into the stands. Maybe it was like a sous vide.
Like, did they get like the 8 weirdest Yankees fans and all just put them right there?
Well, first of all, they roll in a group together. So that does happen.
Yeah.
The dangerous part about this is he jumps and his feet are not touching the ground when they grab his hand. So all of the weight pulling down, it could have easily hyperextended his arm.
And there was a lot of weight on that guy. Let's be honest.
We're about to go to break, and we don't want to give this an entire segment. Also, Brandon Ortega just sat down with us. Brandon, welcome.
What's up, guys?
Okay. I'm just going to say this before we go to break, and this is not really a radio sentence. It's more for us. There were a lot of photos from this morning in Busch Stadium of some people playing Mario Kart on the scoreboard in the outfield.
Okay.
I'm just letting you guys know that I think the three of us have enough pull to make this exact scenario happen some places here in town.
Now, hold on. We've been talking about
That would
this.
be cool.
We've planted this seed already.
Well, they're doing it currently in Busch Stadium, playing Mario Kart on the scoreboard.
Also, I know a guy who does special gifts for the Boys and Girls Club.
That's me.
That would be a good thing to benefit. Mario Kart night.
At Ice Tubs Park
Let's go.
to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Central New Mexico.
Got a good ring to it, doesn't it?
I would love to whoop Brandon Ortega
Ooh.
on
We'll
the
see.
scoreboard at Ice Tubs Park with headphones on, broadcast over the in-house audio.
So this is guys playing the video game
Mario Kart.
on the board.
Yes.
So cool. Yeah. You know, I have a 7-year-old that loves playing Mario Kart. I'm pretty good.
The last time we all played Mario Kart, I went undefeated.
No, because you were losing and then you shut the game off. That's exactly what happened last time we played Mario Kart.
Yeah. That's a
In my
true statement.
garage.
Yeah.
Or you got the unfair
When we
toad
were
car.
having illegal COVID parties.
On 64.
Statute
It
of
wasn't even on
limitations
Nintendo
have
Switch.
lapsed.
You got the toad car, the cheap toad car.
I did not cheat. The game did turn off, though.
Mhm. By way of your fingers.
Yep.
And you drank that next Bud Light so fast.
Well, here's the fact. No one was fast enough to stop me, which means no one was fast enough in the game either, because I'm a stud.
Party pooper, man.
Brandon Ortega joins us after the break. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Lakers getting ready to start. It might be. They got 10 minutes before the game starts. If you want to hit a Prize Picks.
10
ZipRecruiter's
minutes until the
powerful
Lakers
matching
start, if you
technology
guys wanna hit
finds
a
the most
Prize Picks.
qualified candidates for your roles.
Welcome back to the program where Brandon Ortega has joined us at the Horn YMCA and also Jacques Tony, because God forbid there be a spotlight on anyone else.
You know it.
Pull that thing right up in front of your mouth. We're talking to Brandon about Lobo Talk, which airs immediately following college basketball games on KKOB. When I say college, I mean Lobos, and they only have one player anyone's ever heard of anymore. That's Donovan Dent. So go ahead and smarten us up on the entire roster, Brandon.
Well, Lobos live with Kenny Thomas. It's awesome to have a full season because we jumped in during conference last year. So that was super fun to watch them make that run to the Mountain West Championship and to the NCAA tournament. Donovan Dent, it's his show now. You know, he was taking on a bigger role last year.
Well, he was
starting.
better than everyone else.
Okay, I guess.
Maybe not House.
He's
All right.
better than House.
No, last year he was not better than House.
I saw it.
House was the heart and soul of the team.
So where's he at?
Defensively.
Where's Jalen House now?
I think he's in the Celtics.
G League Celtics. Yeah, Celtics Summer League.
Is he better than Bronny?
What are we doing? What are we doing, bud? What are we doing?
Are you familiar with the program,
Trying
Brandon?
to smarten up the
I
audience.
know, but
This is what we do.
I know, but especially with me, it's always like weird, borderline hostile. Can we just have fun?
In the
Are we all
nepotism,
not the board of directors of this beautiful YMCA? You're acting like we're not buds.
Your honest
not
answer
for the
to that
3
question-
hours we're on air.
No, for the 3 hours we're on air, I want to know why Ed House didn't want to stay at the Lobos and he decided to clear for the draft.
Yeah, who wins?
Ed House? Who's Ed House?
Who wins
Jalen.
the
Eddie
nepotism
House?
Olympics?
No,
The
Eddie House,
Jameses
Jalen's
or the
dad?
Houses?
Jalen House is honestly, I think he's just a smaller, faster version of Bronny. I think Bronny's a little bigger and stronger.
And better.
I think they play the same. They have the same play style. They're good at the same things.
Right now, I would say Jalen's better than Bronny.
Yes.
Well,
what I would say.
Bronny is.
Hard agree.
Yeah, well,
Right,
Bronny's
yeah.
played more NBA minutes, so I want to be very clear on that.
That right there.
He's got a dad on the team.
That right there.
Jalen House is like great value Trey Young.
Oh my
And I
God.
mean that as a compliment.
Jalen House has a dad who played in the NBA. LeBron James has a son named Bronny. LeBron James played in the NBA. Both of them are.
His dad's playing in the NBA.
I
right
used
now
to play.
and is the face of the NBA.
Still do.
You
But
think
I
he's still
used
the
to
face
too.
of the NBA?
Your Lakers, we're talking about.
We started with the Lobos, and then you're just out of nowhere bringing up Bronny James for
come
no
back.
reason.
Yeah, we'll get back to the
The whole
Lobos.
segment. Got 2 hours.
This is a long walk, brother. Like we're gonna get there. Here's the point I'm trying to get to. They're the exact same pedigree. Period. That's it. That's the whole story.
House and Bronny?
Yes.
No. Not the same pedigree at all.
Go on. When you
Bronny
say something,
played
you follow it
one-
up with evidence.
Bronny,
USC, UNM. I'm sorry.
yeah, but Bronny didn't play nearly as much in one season.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah, I know.
He had
and
a
Jalen,
heart
and
attack.
Jalen House played
Thank
for
you.
4 seasons
Who actually has heart?
in the
That's a good one.
college basketball ranks.
Did he not get a COVID year? He couldn't have played a 5th year. So it's all Donovan. It's all Donovan Dent. That's what you're trying to get to.
That's what you started it off with.
Wait, no, that's what you started it off with.
No, that's the way he presented it, and I'm just like, oh boy.
It's all Donovan Dent this season.
It's the Donovan Dent show. I would say so for sure. He is the unquestioned leader of the team. True Washington's now the starting shooting guard, which is fun to see him jump into a huge role. Was a rotational guy, but it was very impactful. Nelly Jr. Joseph has now a full season, a full year in Albuquerque. He jumped into Albuquerque barely a week in before the exhibition started, and I think that's going to make a huge difference. It's going to be a brand new team, but having Donovan Dent, True Washington, Mustafa Amzil now starting, Nelly Jr. Joseph with the full year here. Those are the 4 returners and a whole bunch of new faces. Yeah, it's a whole new look team for sure with Donovan at the helm.
Are there any players from Sweden?
No.
Ugh.
Serbia. I can't remember all the places they're from. But no one from Sweden though.
Serbia can kick out some basketball players, dude.
Phillips from Sweden, who got the start in the exhibition game.
Now, who'd they play in the exhibition game?
UTEP. Yeah, they beat him 74-70.
That's good. That's the outcome we were hoping for.
It's weird. It's weird for me to see them play a Division I team in an exhibition.
Because usually they play Highlands every single year.
Usually it's a tune-up, right? Yeah, it's like a Division II team or something. But they wanted that. They wanted an exhibition that felt like a real game.
Yeah.
And now here they are getting ready to play Nicholls State on Monday, 7:00 at the pit, and then we'll be breaking down the game after.
Where's that? Is that a Lone Star Conference team?
Nicholls is in the Southland Conference. So
why do you know that?
Not that far off. Not that far off.
This is what he do professionally.
Learn this stuff?
Just happened to Google it.
Okay,
last night,
that works out.
I haven't known that for that long.
So you and Kenny Thomas every night after the games on KKOB,
all season,
Lobo Live, and you're taking calls.
Taking calls
from me. What can I call?
Please
don't call.
Please, please call so we can put you on hold for the whole show.
I'll sit there. So you guys, so what? It's like an hour after what?
Yeah, anywhere from a half hour to an hour. It just depends on the amount of calls, and by like game 2, full slate of calls, the whole show. So it probably more like an hour. Yeah, probably more like an hour.
You just work as long as you want, and then just hang it up.
Kinda.
There's not like a set time.
No, because it's the late hours of the night. So yeah, we don't have a hard out time.
Oh, you don't have to just throw it to Dan Bongino.
Got to pay the bills with the 4 commercial breaks. Scatter those out.
Yeah.
Take the calls. Talk about the game.
I mean, can we do an after show of this show? Can we do like
we want to be Seth Meyers?
Yeah, like can we do
back to UNM basketball though.
Can we do an at
What
night?
do you see the team this season? You think they're going back to the tournament?
Sure. Why not? Yeah, the sky high potential. I think they're deeper down low, but the big question is who is going to be the big impact player down low. Obviously, JT Toppin transferred. That's I would argue he's a bigger loss than Jalen House and Jamal Mashburn being gone, because you at least have Donovan Dent taking over in his 3rd year with a lot of experience. True Washington is the potential of him is super sky. I wouldn't be shocked if he's all conference this year. He's that good. It's just a matter of how much he's going to mature this year. And
what teams are left in the conference?
Boise State definitely is a NCAA tournament team for sure. San Diego State's not getting a lot of love, but they're San Diego State. They're going to be all out.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, Colorado State, same thing. They're replacing some big names with Isaiah Stevens gone now, but they have one of the best programs in the conference. Mm-hmm. They'll be in the mix. All the same teams will be in the mix. Utah State's the one that lost everyone, including their head coach. So they're a wild card. UNLV made, I think, a big jump last year. Mm-hmm. They're going to be in the mix.
Hey, this is a cupcake schedule. I'm looking at it. This is really the easiest
Your
schedule.
Non-conference schedule?
Everything.
With the likes of UCLA.
That's the only ranked opponent that they have all year.
St. John's will probably get ranked, I think, at some point this year.
Sure.
They have one ranked opponent the entire year. They should have one loss. This is going to be the best basketball team.
The Mountain West will have several teams ranked throughout the year.
They are playing St. John's. I'm not biased or anything, Jamaica, New York, but I think they could get it done, though.
Do me a favor, name one player.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
When you're loyal, you're loyal.
I just learned they're named Red, the St. John's Reds.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, of course I did not.
They're also playing Arizona State and Palm Springs, and they're either going to play St. Mary's or USC in that same tournament right after that.
Okay.
When do they play New Mexico State?
New Mexico State is
December
December 7th.
Oh, they let New Mexico State have a team again? That's nice.
VCU will be the last non-conference game on December 18th. It's by far their toughest non-conference schedule they've had since Richard Pitino's been here.
Yeah, I'm looking right at Western New Mexico, and I'm thinking world beaters out there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the expectations are high. Like they were voted second in the preseason poll,
Yeah,
right?
second or third. Yeah, depending on what polls you're looking at. Yeah,
Texas A&M Community College.
Corpus Christi.
Oh,
Close
my
though.
Grambling.
Grambling State. Yeah, they'll be at the pit.
Yeah,
So it's Nickel State on Monday, then to Nevada to play a neutral game with UCLA on Friday. Corpus Christi at home. St. John's on the road at MSG. That's going to be awesome to see them go
That will be
to
sweet.
play at MSG. Yeah. That's
Lobos is
super cool.
going to travel very well. A lot of people looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I hear it all the time. Second they start talking about Lobo basketball, the first question is, you going to MSG?
Yeah.
You going to MSG?
They will have a good Lobo representation at that game. There's tickets started selling very quickly. The
Jeff
second they went on
Grammer is
sale.
going to have a lot of posts on Instagram that night because there's going to be a lot of Zia
He'll
flags.
have no problem
Madison
finding.
Square Garden.
He'll have no problem finding a New Mexico flag
Yeah.
at that game.
It'll be good, like New Mexico fan rally out there. Like every time there's a rally at Madison Square Garden, it's like kills. It's just awesome.
What day is that game?
St. John's is November 17th.
You free?
Couple weeks away.
I think you're free because I think the New Jersey Jets are at Arizona. There's no reason to go out there that day.
They're in Arizona the 10th. I'll be there for
Oh,
that.
okay.
Nice.
So got that locked down. I'm right behind my boys. They could yell at Aaron Rodgers.
It should have been
they'll
easy to
actually
get a
hear me
ticket
this
right
time.
behind them. That should have been a very
Yeah.
available ticket.
I wish it was very available, but it wasn't because Arizona won this weekend. I was hoping they lost to make the tickets just drive right on down. Nah,
They're not inflated to New York price.
no, Dallas prices are crazy. I was looking at that.
Well, this is the going away party for Micah Parsons, so everyone wants to see him one last time. So it makes sense.
They're not going to see him though.
Still
in action,
hurt.
at
He's
least.
always hurt. That's his thing.
And
How many games has he missed now? He's missed several games.
Some, yeah.
Several games.
First
Zay, how
time-
many games has he missed?
Yeah, great question.
He's missed 3. This is the first time he's missed a game in his career.
3.
And then your other defensive end, how many games has he missed?
He's on IR. He's also they got hurt in the same game.
He's
Oh,
like
so
the
your
sa-
whole
he's
defense
like
is
the
pretty
same
much
age
out,
as
huh?
Tom Brady, though.
Yeah, the whole defense. Kalen Carson out. Deron Bland out.
Diggs is giving up touchdowns. So
Yeah, and he's jogging and getting mad at reporters, which we'll talk about in Cowboy Corner.
ooh, you got your own corner now. God. All right, one last question for you.
We
How
have
many
qu-
people in the
we
UNM
actually-
team is currently from the YMCA?
What?
This is a great question.
Probably most
It
of
doesn't have to be this Y. It could have been any Y.
Probably most of them.
I,
This is your
I could
best
imagine.
work right here, Jacques.
Yeah, all
That's
time.
that's the best investigative journalism you've ever done.
Yeah,
The
well,
best
I got to
question
get
you've
to
ever-
it, man, because Y Sports here is big and registration's open now, so we got to get the kids
Let's
in.
go.
Maybe
Let's
you
go.
can help us get some of the players down and get the kids.
Yeah,
dunked
what's up?
on.
You wanna
Come
make
on,
the
you
play-
should-
Can make some calls.
Call in the Lobo live on Monday and ask the same question. Brendan will figure it out
Yeah.
by then.
All right.
Say this. Say,
Got you.
listen, the basketball court here at the Y is open to Brandon Ortega and Kenny Thomas to play a game of pig. And you challenge them to it.
Pig.
It's like horse, but shorter.
For old people.
Gotcha.
How long do you want
Kenny-
this video to be that we're going to create? No one's going to sit here and watch an entire game of horse. You can maybe get somebody to watch a game of pig.
It's editing though.
Yeah, like I
Trim
could
it
make an
back.
hour game, 15 seconds. What do you talk about?
Yeah, no offense, Brandon. I'm gonna have to take Kenny. I learned. No, the reason why is I learned
He's
this
only a
last
Lobo
weekend.
legend and NBA vet. I think I would take
Yes.
him too.
Exactly. I learned from Kenny this past weekend when he was with Brandon that he out rebounded Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, heard
Yes.
that.
Yes, multiple times, and he had a triple double.
He told you? Did he
was
tell
talking
you
about the glory
multiple
days of
times?
his triple double against Kobe and Shaq. Yeah, that was
I
nice.
googled it while he was talking.
Oh, he's not making up the one story that he tells all the time.
Yeah.
Like he's got that one down.
It's a good story.
It's a sweet story. Playing in the NBA, it's 2 of the best to ever do it. And it's wild that the Lakers have had 3 of the best players of all time: Shaq, Kobe, and Bronny. If he was playing for the Lobos right now,
Bronny.
yeah,
Okay.
20 and 10 every game.
he'd be like Dent, right, Brandon? He'd be kind of similar to Donovan. I feel like.
Who's better, Donovan Dent or Bronny James?
Dent.
Donovan Dent.
Dent. It's not even close.
So you're telling me he's going pro?
Stays healthy. He's
Somewhere.
going pro.
That's awesome.
I don't know about the association, but he'll be playing for money somewhere.
I think his game translates very well to the NBA.
Yeah, he's a good playmaker.
He could do it all. He's a little undersized, but he could do it all.
Does anyone talk about Patino leaving anymore, or is that all done now?
No. This is his home. This is his home now. He
signed a new deal?
He's playing. He signed an extension.
He did?
Yeah.
But is that like real?
Well, yeah, that's a great question.
Mhm.
What coaching contracts are real anymore?
Yeah.
10-year contracts, and you can go leave to another school.
Or
Right.
NIL
It's just a matter of the buyouts.
Does he have a good buyout?
I have no idea.
Okay, you don't have the insider information.
I don't work at UNM,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So when
Don't
he
have
goes,
those- don't have those
Congratulations.
scoops. Don't have those
Yeah.
scoops.
when he goes to Kentucky next year, how much does UNM get back?
That's a good
That's
question.
my question.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to call you on Monday in Lobo Live.
How many of their
You're gonna have 2 questions, Lobo Live.
How many of their players go into the transfer portal and have to go to UNM? That's the question.
That's how it works.
Yes,
when a
that's
coach
super
goes in,
how it
yes,
works.
the Utah State coach left to Washington. His best player went with him.
Yep.
That's how it works.
You see how few basketball graduates there are now? No one's getting degrees in men's basketball anymore.
I would argue there's
It's heartbreaking.
more now because NIL is keeping more players
Word.
in
No.
the NCAA.
They're
than
not
before.
finishing their degrees.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not.
Yes,
They're
they
not
are.
going, and then after they're done playing, doing another 45 hours of classes.
Yeah.
That's not
I don't know what
happening.
you talk about. If you're watching football, basketball, NCAA, these kids out there with their COVID years and getting masters
Mhm.
now
Mhm.
while still playing.
Yeah, they're not
they're
only getting
giving scores.
bachelors; they're getting masters now.
They're getting masters now. Like,
Yes.
No, but we're talking about the good players.
The transfers.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
guys
kid.
who have to restart their 60 hours.
Honestly, yeah, the players that are actually playing, not just the guys that are sticking around in the rotation or at the end of the bench. Those
It's like,
guys are getting
hey,
not just
kid.
bachelors but masters too.
Yeah.
Especially the guys from the COVID eligibility.
Hey, kid, here's $1 million. Aren't you excited to show up to your university studies class on Monday morning?
That's
I'll be
Like,
there
no,
early.
Project management.
No one's showing up.
Well, you can always pull a Chase Claypool and go back and finish while you're in the league.
word. That's what Edwards is doing from Minnesota.
Yeah, I think more guys do that than people realize. Yeah, especially online.
Yeah.
They're so,
Well,
they're so-
online, they
so
don't
accessible.
have to do it.
Let's rewind a little bit. How does Anthony Edwards from Minnesota have time to go back to college when he's so busy cranking out all these kids?
How many kids do you have now?
Some.
Four.
From 4 different women?
Four in a year.
Or like 3?
4 in a year.
That is
Yeah.
prolific.
He's 24.
He's probably got a 4.0
Those
also.
are Genghis Khan numbers.
He's probably studying bio. Is he getting that figured out?
Anatomy.
Anatomy, yeah.
More like physiology.
We continue from the Horn YMCA when we get back from the break. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're at the Horn YMCA. We're excited to be here with you. Brandon Ortega no longer with us. Fans scared him off.
It's what I do. It's my specialty.
What?
Huh?
I think it was the rude
It's spooky
questions,
season.
but
Jock Tony is with us too, talking about the YMCA, what's going on in the world here, the world of sport. What's up with your Yankees?
nice comeback.
Yeah, put that right in front of your mouth.
Yeah. Nice way to win a game against a team that was trying to lose. So we'll see what continues because I don't even think LA even tried.
I don't know. I saw him go out ahead in the first inning. The part that made sense to me was leaving. Now I can't even come with the guy's name. The pitcher who got rocked.
Honeywell.
Yeah, Honeywell out there because there's no reason to warm another arm, do another thing. You just go until it's done. Obviously.
Yeah.
In the history of the World Series, a pitcher hasn't thrown 40 pitches in a single inning. He threw 50.
Oh God.
It was bad.
There was nothing at that point. People's prize picks were just going off.
Oh, sure.
They were like, take the more.
On
Take
everything.
the more. Take the more. Is it setting up to be the greatest comeback in all-time World Series history? Do you have that kind of energy, or are you too early for you to say?
Too early for me to say, but I do have that kind of energy though.
Yeah. Like, would you say you're confident, overly confident, or completely confident that they win the entire thing?
Yeah, none of those.
None of those.
options.
Okay.
None of
Yeah,
them?
those three
Not a
aren't.
single one of them.
Not a single one. But I think we could make it a show. It's gonna be hard for it, but we'll see what happens.
Look, comeback or not, no team in World Series history who was down 3-0 has forced a game 6. And they're about to force a game 6.
I think so.
Joining us on the program from the Albuquerque Duke store, Steve Palmisano. Steve, welcome.
I'm happy to be here.
Here at the Horn YMCA.
Did I come at the right time?
Steve brought me a couple Duke City Championship Wrestling hats. So
That is
always
strong work.
welcome, Steve.
Now,
Why?
Steve, you're wearing your Yankees cap.
Yes.
And Jacques was just telling us how he doesn't believe the Yankees have a chance to come back and reverse sweep the Dodgers and win the World Series.
Well, consider the source. Why is that, Jacques?
I just don't think they have what it takes for 4 games back to back.
They had to win 4 when it started.
Yeah.
That's what they were playing.
One
though.
down.
Yeah. Look, I think they're getting this next one. I see Garrett Cole's going to throw another gem. Jack Flaherty's been a shell of himself. He's never thrown that many innings in his whole career. His arm's about to fall off. Garrett Cole is built for this.
Yes.
They're winning at least one more. It's
The Yankees
going
are
back,
built for
It's
this.
going
The
back
Yankees-
to L.A.
The Yankees are definitely built for this kind of situation. It's the Yankees. We're talking about the race for 28, man.
Yeah,
So-
and I feel like, especially for a guy like Judge, right? A game like last one, that's something that could maybe get you out of the slump. Maybe, you look around and you see your teammate kind of starts picking you up a little bit, and maybe something will flip in his mind. And then if he goes out and has a big hit, then they're going to get motivated. And that could be the ingredients for the Yankees to actually make a comeback, not just off luck, but maybe they could look like the Yankees team who we all thought was going to make this a competitive series.
Right.
I completely agree.
That's the first time I'm going to agree with Zay.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yankees and Cowboys fans, you think about it.
No, we don't.
There's never been a reverse sweep in the
Not
World
on the World
Series.
In the World
Series.
Series.
World
That's what
Series,
I'm
no.
saying.
Not only has there never been a reverse sweep, the team that goes down 3-0 has never forced a game 6.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
if a team is going to do it, it's the New York Yankees.
The New York Yankees.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Haha. See what you did there.
I thought I saw where a team that was down 3-0 never won never forced the next game.
No, it's happened 3 times. One has been forced, and then
Ah.
it's been over in 5 games in every other example.
There's
I gotcha.
never been a game 6.
Never
Gotcha.
been a game 6.
Yeah.
That's a very small portion, though. So they've already defied a lot of odds. So why not go ahead and win the next one?
Team of destiny, really, the way
Yes.
I see it.
Garrett Cole.
We'll see what fashion they win the next one, and then we'll see if I change my.
Oh, final score
winning
right
it
here.
all.
Final score right here, 5-3.
On the
Yankees
way on the way over, I saw where the guy that was in foul territory that was trying to take Mookie Betts' glove off.
Van's idol. We talked about him.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's back in blocking the Dodgers from their locker room.
That's not true.
Yes.
No.
They
Seriously?
posted him up there.
Oh,
So
he's
he
banned
was
from
he
MLB.
did stay in the game. I thought he had got to stay there. I heard that.
No,
the
they
cameras
kicked him out.
No,
Oh,
they
they
kicked
moved
him
him
out.
out. Yeah, they kicked him out.
Yeah,
You were
no, that
missing
was a
4
joke.
seconds.
Yeah.
Steve was joking.
Yes.
So
they
was I.
should do that. Although I did hear that I'm sure you guys talked about this, that he was
Yes,
a
we
hero in downtown New York City, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because they play in the Bronx.
Nobody does that. I mean,
So
I couldn't
many
believe it.
garbage
I was
people.
like, yeah. It's like that other guy grabbed his arm and they both should have been kicked out.
They
were.
were.
Yeah, they
Oh,
both
I
were.
thought they
They
just
were.
kicked out.
No,
Yeah,
they
no.
both
No,
were.
they kicked them both
Yeah.
out.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they kicked out
And
anyone who cheered for him.
Yeah, which was all the rest of the crowd.
I love watching the video of their walk up the stairs because like one guy like holding like the biggest beer you ever seen in your life, like leaning over the stairs trying to give him a high five, and then you see like a nice sweet old lady just like crossing her arms and shaking her head.
That was the worst
Judgment.
part.
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking
And
about before they go to sleep. Yeah, that's the worst look you can get.
There
Mhm.
was like a moment with the fans last night, which was as equally good as bad as that one was. And that was in the 8th inning when the Yankees were just hitting dinger after dinger after dinger. And all the fans were willing, throwing their entire buckets of popcorn in the air.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is the new flash photography for me. Because I used to be obsessed with that from the crowd.
Yeah.
Popcorn into the air is my new stuff.
And beer. They were throwing their beers all over each
I've
other.
always been into that one.
Yeah.
That one I'm super into.
I thought the Waste Management Open started that one.
The popcorn or
The beer.
oh,
All of it.
guys, I am isolating the popcorn here.
Mhm.
Oh.
The popcorn's cool.
And because now they strobe the lights and stuff.
Right.
I'm like, okay, this is as good as flash photography was.
Huh.
Also, I don't know if they do it in the 1st or 2nd inning, but in the 8th inning, when this thing's almost over, get rid of your popcorn. We do not care.
I mean, the second you go up 5 or
Free
more,
refills anyway.
that point of the game, that's when you know it's locked in. But the Dodgers threw in the towel. Everybody in the Major League Baseball knows who Brent Honeywell is. He's the guy you put in there to just get beat up when there's no one else. You're not going to trot out your best relievers when you're down 6
No.
and you already have a 3-rip advantage in the World Series. Save the good guys for the next game and the game after that.
Is his career ruined?
This is his career. He's like, that's his job. That is Brent Honeywell's job, is to go in and give it up.
Dang.
Hence when I said they didn't even try to win.
Put it on a resume, though. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the whole. Didn't they call that the that type of game, the bullpen game?
yeah, like a bullpen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bullpen game.
Yeah, they were very prepared to not win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is set up for their rotation and their bullpen for the rest of the series to do well.
I mean, it would have been a different game if it was close at the end. Dave Roberts would have trotted out way better pitchers at the end of the game if it was close.
Yeah.
But when you have a deficit like that in the World Series and you're already up 3-0, Honeywell time, baby.
I'd like to point
Put in
out
the
that
BP pitcher.
I'd like to point out the analogy we made to the Colts Bears Super Bowl. It played out honestly perfectly because the Yankees did actually come back. So they let out the big play from the number 1 guy. They weathered the storm. If they were gonna, the most adversity the Yankees could have faced, say they pull this comeback off. When you look back,
When?
I think the most adversity, yes, when they pull the comeback off, you're gonna look at when Freddie hit the leadoff home run in the elimination game, and you guys took it, still came back and won. There shouldn't be a tougher test after that one.
It'll be the greatest one in the history of all of them if that were to happen.
There will be one more moment, though. It'll be in like game 6. And like, because Ohtani's just as bad as Judge has been this whole time. I think it's like almost an exact parallel.
The World Series, not the whole playoffs.
Correct.
Yeah.
But your AL and your NL MVPs are both booty.
The worst player on each other's team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's going to have like a big one. You know what I mean? They're going to be one, and then Judge will have to answer like in the top of the next inning because this will obviously be in LA.
Mhm.
No, I did that backwards. No, I did that right.
Yeah.
And and it's going to be every moment's going to be the biggest moment. Only if the Yankees win it in 7, and you could stop playing Major League Baseball after this because it's as good as it'll ever get.
Yeah.
Agree.
Although,
Yeah, I
And
think
also, please don't stop playing baseball. I love baseball too much. But don't ever expect it to be that good if they were to pull this off.
I can't imagine a better series than going down 3-0 and coming back winning 4-3.
You would like it if they're winning every game 8-0 from here on, though. Like
Yeah.
just like a
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
no brainers.
Yeah, I would like it if they just quit throwing fastballs to Freddie Freeman. That would be nice.
Yeah, he's a murderer of them.
Just don't even just stop. I don't know why they can't figure that out.
Oh, which other MVP on the Dodgers are you going to throw to?
Well, he's the one that's hurting them the most right now.
When the Yankees have guys like Austin Wells going up there and parking them,
Yeah.
like what you don't want it to happen if you're the Dodgers is for this lineup to think at any time they can be the lineup they've been all season long. Like you had scared them. You had given them what's that soap opera thing everyone gets? Amnesia. Like they had forgotten. Is that not a good reference?
That's perfect.
Right.
But now they're back.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be dark Yankees or whoever and come and like do the bizarro Yankees are dead. Like the Yankee Doodles are here. Gonna win the World
I think
Series.
the play that got him
They just
going
need
the
to
most was when was it Volpe went to
Volpe.
second? And he slid into second, and his head knocked the ball out of the glove, and he was pounding
Slingshot it into the
pounding the-
outfield. Yep.
pounding the base. And I mean, that at least they showed some emotion. That game before was like, oh my god,
It was they
two
were
terrible.
two batters after that. Did he swipe third? Ends up on third. Bases are loaded.
Yeah.
And somebody's at the plate. I don't know, whoever's on before Torres, and he strikes out. And Torres comes up, and Van and I are over at Rio Bravo Room, and I think I looked directly at Van and go, this will be a dinger. Like this is a grand slam moment. Like you have no pitches left.
Mhm.
Like you just got the last guy. Like, is it Rizzo? It don't matter, whoever it was. But that was, the
Yeah, it
whole
was
thing has changed.
Rizzo in the Volpe.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, not Riz. Wait for
Yeah,
the hometown kid.
Yeah, Rizzo had
This is the story. The hometown kid gets to hit the granny and change the trajectory of the whole series.
And become
Yeah,
every
my pushback to your Yankees becoming the dark Yankees is, I mean, they can't do that now because they already gave the little gift box with the 2 tickets, and they gave it to the kids.
No. Major League Baseball made them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not their fault. When we get back from the break, we continue from the Horn YMCA. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Ham. sat down with us at the Horn YMCA, about 20 people walked up to him and shook his hand.
Our next mayor, Steve Palmisano,
Like a celebrity, Steve Palmisano.
register to vote this next election. Not the one on Tuesday, the one after that, where Steve Palmisano will be running for mayor.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Mayor of Nob Hill.
Not.
I told Steve I made him a origami bow tie
Okay.
out of my protein bar wrapper, and he just threw his headset down and walked away immediately.
Steve is the new mayor of Nob Hill. What are you going to do about all these empty storefronts that I keep reading about on Reddit? What are you going to do about that?
On Reddit?
Yeah.
I'm going to start filling them up.
Great.
You know anybody wants to go in there?
Yeah. Check cash now. That's the move.
Right.
You know what this place needs? You should get one storefront. Now, hear me out. A tattoo parlor. And then the next one that's empty, this is going to sound crazy, a dispensary. And the other one,
Okay, I'm loving where this is going.
now hold on.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a car
head
wash.
shop.
Oh.
Yes. And then at the end of the block, you nailed it. Another car wash.
What if we put in a place that specializes in, I don't know, like chicken sandwiches?
Ooh.
Like, could we do that? Could we get another business in a part of town that sells a different style of chicken sandwich?
Now you better have 2 drive-through lines because they're going to be busy.
Yeah. It's, gosh forbid, we don't have enough chicken sandwiches. Jock Tony back with us on the program.
We're talking about chicken sandwiches.
Correct.
How did we get here from the Yankees?
You were not listening to the show, and we will not recap for you for those who were. But as Steve Palmisano is now mayor of Nob Hill, there's a lot that's going to happen to change the game. So thank you for coming and changing it.
I was thinking about like an Irish themed restaurant.
Smart.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe a pizza shop.
Ooh.
in another
Okay, yeah, this is very good. These are all vile.
How about like a nice date place with maybe like charcuterie and wine? What do you,
That sounds good.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
great.
something
perfect.
something
Something
on a
that's
board?
there already that they. We won't talk about.
What about you think like a brewery would do well here? You think?
The brewery might work.
Yeah.
First thing I'm going to do is lower taxes.
Okay, in Nob Hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
rent.
Tariffs on imports.
Correct.
Yeah, from the valley.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. This is a good plan. I don't hate it.
Think it'll work.
Yeah, why not? I don't know anything about small business,
Yeah.
but
Worked for Uptown.
yeah. If you put a pawn shop and a tattoo parlor and a rice house, I feel like you're like that's good. That's all I need in a block.
That's a good shopping center. Maybe a smoke shop now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do that.
Got to get one of those too there in every corner. So.
It is funny how with politics right now, like you'll talk to certain people and they'll say, "Yeah, we have a thriving food truck community." You go, "Do you think that means we're successful economically? Like, are we confused on the goals here?"
I think it's been here for a while, but I was actually surprised when I rolled up to a stoplight and right in front of me was a mobile dispensary.
Wait, that's a thing here in Albuquerque?
I saw it. It
I
was
think
a
it's
van.
just called an Impala, right?
No, it was a van.
Like Carvana, but Cannabis Vana.
What was the name of the dispensary? Was it that like
Mobile.
that guy?
We come to you.
Mhm.
that
Weed.
weed come to you?
Yeah,
That's a good
exactly.
name. That's wildly impressive.
Weed to you.
Hey,
The
get on the cannabis.
Oh,
There you go.
Aaron Rodgers is on the cannabis right now too, so
Well, it's legal in the NFL. It's fine.
it ain't working for him.
Painkiller.
Yeah, that's what they do now. They
In the blue tent.
Yeah, it matters when it works though. It's not working.
he's not good anymore. And
It's a bummer.
they gave him everything he wanted, like all of his old friends.
All his old friends, even his butt buddy.
Why did you
What
pause?
was-
I don't like the why. I was making
Also,
sure
why'd you point at me?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
We know we won't talk about more butt buddies.
What is that's too many you've given us, and I will say this of Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. Big surprise, the guys that didn't win in Green Bay years ago aren't winning now in New Jersey. Like,
Shocking.
That's crazy.
Where's Jordy at?
Where's Jordy at?
Is a Mock Green available?
Yeah.
Is Leroy or Leroy Butler available?
The Hall of Famer, Leroy Butler?
Albert.
Allegedly. Who knows? We're going to break so we can come back. It's 2 Men On, live from the Horn YMCA, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Channel. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're at the Horn YMCA. Steve Palmisano is trying to leave in time for the Yankee game. We're not letting him.
Yeah, gotta stay, Steve. We're gonna talk about the why now.
If I don't get to the game in time, my mom will call me and say, Freddie Freeman just hit a home run. I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom.
That's kind of a cute
She did that last night.
That's a cute sentence.
I was like, Mom, I'm not pulling for the Dodgers this year. She said, oh, okay.
Well, how are your guys' politics talks? Like similar?
Well, I took her to vote.
You did not.
I did.
Today?
No, a couple days ago.
Okay.
Last week.
You guys filled out the same.
Do you want to know the whole story?
Yeah, why not?
No. There was no line, so we walked right in. And the lady there said, are you here to vote?
Yes.
And my mom and I looked at each other and we looked at her and she's like, are you here to vote? And we said, yes, we're here to vote.
Are you here to count?
It says vote on the sign.
No, I'm here to place an order to go.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was the taco shop.
Wasn't in an old. Is this like a Knob Hill joke about how all the businesses are closing
No,
down? Oh,
this was off of Coors and Montano.
okay. There's a lot. You can vote at New Mexico is the best voting. You can go into anywhere that accepts votes and votes. You don't have to go to a certain building. You don't have to go. This all sounds stupid to you guys
Don't
because
you have to go to the buildings that say vote?
I have.
Yeah, but you can go to any of them. Like where I grew up, there was one place I could vote. My precinct was the one.
Yeah.
And here, I pull up my voting record now. It's at like multiple schools. Like I just go to wherever neighborhood I'm in.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
I thought they changed that because of for the 2020 election. Or
No, it was like that before
Oh.
for sure. Yeah, because I voted multiple places and I lived here before.
yeah, when I
2020.
lived in Missouri, I only could go to the
one.
Actually, it was the YMCA. I had to go to
Oh,
vote at.
nice.
Yeah.
I ran
It's
a
kind of
polling-
like when your school district, they don't have school districts anymore. So when they got rid of those, they just got rid of
APS is the largest
precincts where you could actually go to vote.
APS is the largest school district in the country.
Right.
What?
Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
That's so sad.
What? How?
We're ranked in the bottom 40 in education.
Well, to be fair,
To be fair,
1/4 of the country has to be ranked there. Like,
If you want to talk politics, let's talk politics.
yeah. I mean, also, no
anyway,
offense to anyone who feels that way. I would much rather be our ranking here in New Mexico with the education system than the weird, like, base Texas one that they force children to consume.
Yeah.
Like, that one's not based in science.
Also, there's weird metrics. Like, there's no national standardized test when you're ranking states. Or not like this is what it's all made up.
Well, that's what the whole Common Core thing is all about. So you live in Pennsylvania, you live in New Mexico, you guys learn the same information. And then as we develop it, then it will be a nationalized, standardized test. Yeah.
Well, Common Core is about problem
but that's
solving.
called
though.
the
Yeah, Common Core is it's so you don't have to remember integers anymore. Common Core is for like, yeah, here's how you can get to the end of a problem. And I don't have to be over here going 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, because that does not matter in my life.
Yeah, one of my friends' sisters homeschooling their kid, and they call themselves self-taught. They just make sure they're doing something. So I don't think that child would score well on a state test to rank our state, but emotionally they seem fine.
Hey, you know what I learned in public school?
they seem fine.
I got a PhD in code switching. I learned it in public school. Teach that.
Yeah.
Just stupid low ranking, not real. This drives me crazy.
I do see how it could be the biggest. Even in a town like Bloomington Normal, where I'm from, there's 3 school districts. And mine was 7A, which was the second biggest school as far as population in the whole state of Illinois, and 8A was the biggest. So we were 7A, and even in our town, they were still cut up into 3 different school districts, and we still were top 10% in population in the state of Illinois.
They cap high schools in the state of Illinois 2,000 kids, and then they have to put in another one, and then for some reason they create another district. Like one governing body can't handle 2 schools.
Right.
Figure it out. APS has got to figure it out. I know people say otherwise, but
What do they have figured out exactly?
the administration aspect.
They have or have not?
No, they got it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they got leadership at the top.
I agree.
Yeah, they get $1 billion from the state. They spend it on kids.
I agree.
Yeah,
What they spending on these kids?
everything.
No, they tell you that they're spending the money on his kids. They tell you every kid's gonna get a
Tablet.
Chromebook or a tablet. Yeah, every kid gets one to use in their classroom.
Correct.
It's like those same calculators that we were using. No, I was sending the kids home with it. Some of these kids don't even have money to eat, or let alone have internet at home. Give them internet with these Chromebooks so they can learn.
Well, sure, but that's a different story than this one, because they're just not buying textbooks anymore. Like that's all just on their Chromebook. Like there's your savings there.
And they don't even send kids home with homework no more.
Well, no, they shouldn't. Wow. That should never exist.
Why?
Yeah, homework's barbaric.
No, you don't learn only at school. You need to be learning at home.
Did you just say that should never exist? That kids get homework?
Yeah, never.
Correct. Yeah.
No,
Should Jacques, you should create your own itinerary. You should have your own lesson plans for your kid when you get home. Is he struggling in art with Brandon Ortega at school? Probably. So I mean, you guys got to practice. You practice that. And are they struggling at math next semester? You get to work with them at home on your own time.
So
complementary colors.
Benefit. My kid is not struggling in anything other than behavior right now.
Okay.
My kid is actually in gifted programs. He's in first grade and reading at a second grade level. So I think we got that going on for us.
I don't know what the definition of gifted is. I also read at a second grade level.
There's benefits to homework. The biggest benefit to homework is what I'm learning even just now. Like say, for instance, this show. And I hated homework growing up, and I often would put it to the side, which is what kept my grades like sitting in the middle. But like I finished this show, and then afterwards I go and you edit, you upload it, you do things like that, right? Whereas if you don't have homework, you get done with school and your brain just shuts off, and then you get into a real job where you do your main task, but in order to do your task up to the ability you should be doing it or trying to be exceptional, you have to put in that extra work. And that extra work comes through with homework. I feel like that trains your brain to keep going even when the main
sounds to me like you didn't go home and watch Jeopardy after school like I did.
Now that's homework.
I came home and went straight outside.
At least a B student.
I have a college degree. I have a grade point average that was less than 3.
Came home with homework, and they came to after school at the Y. I guess was going to help them with their homework anyway.
Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek is not helping them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is Alex Trebek?
So I mean, the kids, there's definitely more APS can do, but we're here, other programs like the Y is providing these kids with resources.
Love it.
That's how they're growing.
Junior Achievement, Boys and Girls Club. There's a bunch of these things. Yeah. Let's all go together.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Maybe they help them at the Boys and Girls Club with homework.
Power Hour.
No, they don't.
Power Hour. But what if they don't have homework?
They often don't.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, so then we introduce a fun STEM project.
The what?
We're done, Steve. When we get back from the break, we continue from the Horn YMCA. It's Tuning On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Had a lot of fun today with Jock Tony. Jock, you got obviously the holidays roll around every year, right? They roll around every year. Every year the Y it's asked. It's asked to help others. It's asked for all these community giving projects, and you got a bunch of them going right now. Smarten me and Van up. What can the friends of the show be doing to support the YMCA as they support this community?
So the first big thing that we
Put
got
that thing
going,
right in front of your mouth.
first big thing we got going on right now, we're taking on a project called Coats Cover in New Mexico.
Love it.
So we'll be donating coats to kids in need in the APS school system because, there's a lot of kids in needs there since it's such a big district. So so far we got probably 102 requests. So if you got a coat, bring them to the Y. You can bring them to Locker Room 505 as well. We partnered up with those guys, and Kim is amazing down there. So I love everything she does, and we've really been bonding over the kids and helping them out. So.
And we've been fortunate to be part of this program for a couple of years in a row now, and they're big getters to give.
Mhm.
Like they do such a good job, and it's obviously brand new or slightly used is kind of what they specialize in over there. And they're 2 minutes with this. Van and I have been mentor shoppers for the last several years for their end of the year seasonal program, and that's a lot of fun to partner with a young adult in the community. I think we've said this before in the air. That hasn't necessarily got the option to shop at a department store.
Yeah.
And that hasn't necessarily, and they have a really good partnership with Macy's, and they open us up to them, and it's just excellent. It's an excellent endeavor. So drop-off location is here at the Horn YMCA, also at the McLeod
YMCA, Locker Room 505.
Yep, on Manal.
Yep, and then we do have one undisclosed place also, Oasis Radio Center here on Lomas. They're taking donations as well.
Oh, how great!
We got some other places in the works. You guys introduced me to a nice gentleman, Kyle. So I'll be hoping to get him down at Duke City Cages with the box.
Yep.
And central location for the Y will have theirs tomorrow morning. So bring the coats, gently used, very worn, brand new, whatever it is. We'll take them. Locker Room is 505 is even helping us out with getting dry cleaning for the coats that's used pretty heavily.
They do that through Davis Dry Cleaners, and they're a tremendous partner of Locker 505.
Yeah, so we really try to just keep these kids warm. A lot of kids can't really get those things, so we want to help them out, get them going the right way for the winters. Make sure that the weather is not an excuse why they can't be in the classroom.
Yeah. Well, and you were talking about the Clubs Foundation over there at Duke City Cages. Those guys do a tremendous job too. I know they set up a Giving Tree program. You're aware of my involvement with the Boys and Girls Club and how they're doing a bunch of fun gift placement for our after school programs and how they interact. So it's that time of year where friends of the show, if you go to helpyourboys.com, we're going to have a link there for you for a way to assist. There's always a way to give. Yeah.
Anyway, even if it's just your time, and that's good enough for me. So also we got some Thanksgiving stuff going on.
Love that.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner, so we'll start taking donations for our Thanksgiving baskets. We usually try to feed 100 families. I mean, full on boxes with turkeys, hams, all the sides to go with it. Also, everything. So we'll be taking that on it pretty soon at our McLeod location. So we got a lot going on, and as this month ends, we do have some good stuff tomorrow with, again, Locker Room 505. So we'll be at the Skeleton at the Sheraton Uptown.
Ooh,
so
that's
definitely
fun.
come and visit us. We'll have some great things to give away there, including candy. Miss Pam, our marketing director, she will be a pinata tomorrow. So you'll whack her and get some candy.
My goodness.
Maybe a free membership will pop out also.
Sorry, so let me make sure I got my day right. Wake up early, go stand in line for Trump, go to the Skeleton. Okay, cool. I got it. I'm lined up. That's like a day. That's a whole day.
It's a whole day, man. It's going to be a good time tomorrow. I'll be wearing my best costume as well. So be a tour guide.
Black Adam.
Oh, my God. How'd you know?
Well, I saw they were on
wasn't it.
clearance. Oh, just thought that was a good one.
It's 2024, boys. Just
Adam.
It's just Adam.
It's just
It's
Adam.
Yeah, I'm just Adam now.
Yes.
We can leave the blackout. That comes with it.
Blackout is what the United game was last weekend.
Right.
Yeah, it was a pretty good turnout there. Tough loss for the boys. They got their first playoff game at home, though. It's coming up this weekend.
Big deal.
Coach Quill is going to join us on the program tomorrow, so that's going to be awesome. How are the youth programs doing? How's the new setup? How's the new arrangement?
Youth programs is booming, man.
Yeah.
We are winter sports registrations open now. So if you want to get your kid into basketball, starting at 3 years old all the way to 13, we'll be able to take on all those kids. We're hoping to have about 500 kids in just basketball.
Isn't that crazy?
And then volleyball has been really spiking. Like
Nice.
they've been really picking up over there at volleyball. The kids, I went to this weekend actually, did some on-site registration, but I had to sneak away to see what the kids was looking like, and I'm seeing some kids out there really bringing it,
like
down.
bumping, setting, and spiking.
Yeah, doing all of that.
Dig.
They're digging it.
It's awesome.
Can you dig it?
I'm digging it too.
Nice.
So sports is definitely picking up. Futsal they're coming to the end of their season. We'll bring that back in the spring once it gets a little bit warmer, but
too cold.
Basketball right now is doing good, and so registration is open. If you want your top pick, where you're practicing at, now's the time to get registered. And we've been doing great things for our community as well. We got these Hey Neighbors flyers going out to everyone. So if you received one, definitely come and claim it by the end of day tomorrow. Get free 2 months of membership, free till January. You and the whole family.
So did I not get one at my house because I'm already a registered member of the YMCA?
I think that's probably.
I definitely live within the mailing zone of here.
We just take your name off the mailing list.
Yeah,
smart.
Not because you're a member, just because
association.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just really get it to Van though. We get it to Van.
Yeah, they sent me 2.
It's weird.
Yeah,
hurts.
I'm already a member, but thank you. Yeah,
I
give
will. It to a friend.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Give it to a
That's
friend.
what I did.
Give it to your neighbor.
I put it on each side of my house.
Yeah. Give it to a friend.
I stuffed my neighbor's box.
Get somebody going. Now's the time to get into the why. Don't wait till New Year for start your resolutions. And we even have a workshop coming up next month as well. It's about loving your body and really getting your mindset right for those New Year's resolutions. So we got things going on here at the Y for the kids, for the adults, for everyone.
Love that. That's part we don't talk about enough because we always with physical health. We talk about it all the time. Come to the Y, physically get at least in the direction you're trying to go and hopefully end up there. But there's an aspect mentally to this thing that is so incredibly tough.
Yeah.
It is hard to every single day wake up and go. It is hard to every single day commit towards that goal. And the fellowship here is the prime reason why people are successful. You find your people, you find your motivation. It's not like Isaiah who's like, I stay in shape so no girls think I'm ick.
Yeah.
It's you're right, Isaiah.
Well,
he's freaking out because you said
ladies, dad bods are in, bro.
Oh, they in?
Dad bods are in.
That's what your wife tells you.
Nah, that's not what my wife told me. I wish it was my wife that told me that. I felt better about myself.
Some stranger was like, "Shock, good dad bod." And you're like, no,
no,
stop
what are you talking about? I've been working hard.
Yeah, I don't like the way that felt.
Well, see, what I've learned being like a DN, especially nowadays, some are bigger, some are like more like hybrid linebackers. I've learned it really depends on the girl. They all have their own type. So some want you dad bod, and some want you like a bodybuilder, which I've never been trying to be.
Not as a human, not as a man lover. Let's just put that out there.
What?
I just don't think.
Where's this going?
I just don't think all the the super fit bodies with the hard muscles is what women really like. Imagine snuggling up to a cold bicep, or just snuggling up next to this man's breast.
I love the idea. I love the idea of you and Isaiah telling us what the ladies like. This is as perfect of a radio moment as I think.
Hey man, I know a thing or two. 1 year married now, bro.
Yeah.
1 year married. Sunday. Celebrated that.
It's wild that you're LLDB, which is Ladies Love Dad Bods, and how you're out here as a representative of the Y telling the world. Congratulations.
Hey, but you could come to the Y, you get your dad bod check. I got Big Aaron over here. He'll get you right. Big Aaron to get you right. If he don't get you right, I'll get you right also. So you definitely got resources over here for yourself.
This is the last question for you before we cut you loose. Do you have Madden downstairs?
Not for you, but for the kids, I do.
Because me and Isaiah need to prove something.
What about NCAA? What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that, Isaiah?
I thought you was going to
bring what's the deal?
The whole crew over. We were supposed to run it.
Are you asking how good I am, or what? Because I'm elite at the game.
I didn't ask you all that. I said when we're gonna run it, bro.
Oh, we could run it anytime. Anytime.
The problem is Isaiah don't have no friends. Who are he gonna bring? Van and I are already here. He will show up. We'll already be here.
I'm a friend now too.
You're also currently already here.
Oh.
This is not telling Isaiah to bring it. This is Isaiah. Yeah, go ahead and join us because we have brought it. Isaiah's like, no, I'll stop and get chicken. I'm like, there are too many chicken stores here in town.
Which one?
Which one?
It's it's a by choice thing. You know, it's by choice.
Are any of you guys ranked higher than LeBron on Madden?
Not on Madden, and I've actually never got that high. So I'm really interested to see how he's that.
Hold on.
He's ranked that
You
high.
think LeBron is actually playing Madden, but you don't
He
think
does.
Anthony Edwards is actually going to college? Let's just
Yeah, I'm
That's a
on
great
Team
point.
Jock right now.
That's a great
LeBron
point.
is literally ranked in the top 500.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not. Somebody else is playing for him.
Is he?
No,
is
he-
it top
somebody
100
else
now?
playing for him,
He
yeah.
plays LeBron. Yeah, it's top 100. LeBron actually sits down and plays Madden. His teammates talk about how it's really, really irritating playing him because he does all the adjustments, the audibles. I mean, he's a smart dude.
Plays
So,
Madden.
Yeah,
He plays Madden.
plays Madden.
Yeah. You know, a long time ago, whenever you tried to mention like video games or NBA 2K, Madden, and try to compare that to sports, real life sports, you'd get clowned on. But then as time went on and the games got more realistic, you heard players saying they actually use the games for strategy. LeBron says when he went to Miami, when he first came to the Lakers, he was practicing different lineups in NBA 2K to decide what he thought would work best for
What
the
do
Lakers.
you think 2K paid him to say that? Like, do you think it was a lot?
This is a real thing here.
Nah, he got paid.
Yeah, 100%.
He did not get paid. Oh,
He got
tell
paid. Yo,
everybody.
I get so
Tell
pissed
everybody
with
you
the
play
computer
2K.
all the time. They always leave the middle of the field wide open. I know he's lying. Like, I played a game too.
Yeah, well, that's
gotta
why I got to
not
audible
play.
do a quick slant.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mhm. It's not that easy.
Also, if I don't know what the other big game is, Fortnite. So like,
Nah,
I would never know.
I also don't. But like, yeah, if they paid him, he'd talk about that one too. Like that's all
They
it
paid
is.
him. He's been in the game.
Oh, he's in that one too. Shoot,
Yeah,
he
he's
gets
in the
all the money.
And also,
All
you're
the bread.
LeBron. You're LeBron. Whatever 2K could pay him to say, hey, in your interview, next time you get asked about what type of lineups you want to do, say you figured it out with us. That's going to be equivalent to one of you guys getting a $5 bill right now.
No, that's like
LeBron,
a quarter
LeBron
mil
does
right there.
not
Yeah.
need. LeBron does not need to go out of his way to say
They're like a cool quarter mil right there. What you mean? Like,
And then take a long drink of Sprite.
On his Samsung cell phone. Oh gosh, we're doing it wrong.
we're doing it so wrong.
Like,
Oh, so you're just gonna go back in time and practice and become the best basketball player of all time? And
I don't even want to go back to time. I want to just
change
start
the
my career
trajectory.
now.
Oh,
Like,
just show up.
like college too. Like I could get me an NIL, bro. Like I could pancake a couple of fools, chase down a couple of quarterbacks.
just
Give
make
me an
highlight.
NIL,
Take
bro.
those
Like,
talents right to IHOP,
Take those
the
Yo.
official pancake sponsor of.
three on this.
Where'd you go to
spatula,
college?
like, yeah. I went to Missouri Valley College. Go
Yeah.
Vikings.
Okay, Missouri Valley IHOP.
Yeah. Go Vikings. We just won our homecoming game this weekend. So
All right,
Oh, congratulations.
it's reported here from, I don't know what this website is, so don't trust it. Lastwordonsports.com, never heard of them. It says, I'm just going for the technology only ones, okay? So this is not his Coca-Cola deal that Van mentioned with Sprite. This is not any of that
Yeah.
other stuff. Here we go.
2 mil.
Beats has given him $30 million.
God.
Dang, like Dwight Schrute directly or like Big Beat?
Nice.
Yeah.
Samsung, $30 million.
Yeah, Nike's way on top of that. Oh, you said technology.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I'm only on tech.
We have to talk to the Y.
Intel has also given him. I mean, there's so many. Like, there's.
Yeah.
God, he's the best.
I'm sure Microsoft has thrown some cash his
Since-
way also.
Yeah, and since 18, and you also have to think he's done a great job, whether it's PR team, whatever you want to say it is. There's nothing that would make a business hesitate or a company hesitate. Like you don't worry about him
Sure.
putting you guys in
Yeah,
that position. He's been so good at it since he was 18 years old, way before most kids learn how to handle themselves.
not like Anthony Edwards and Adidas because they're going to have to make so many baby shoes now.
Oh God.
So many,
That's a good point.
so many Adidas baby shoes go in the Edwards
And
family.
onesies too.
Yeah,
With the
All right. It looks like here with the quickest little search, EA Sports and Fenway Sports Group have a partnership, and that's the thing LeBron owns.
there you go.
So now it's tracking.
Mhm.
oh God.
Makes more sense.
All
And
ties
it's,
together.
and it's 10% of what Otani makes.
Yeah. Not even close. Good job today, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I like having you. I like being here with you guys. It's really for Zay.
He's about to say he likes having us on his program.
Yeah,
what
I
was
like
gonna
having you
say.
guys on
So
my
sweet.
program.
Good
Check me out next
It's
Wednesday.
good to be here, Jock. Thanks.
Yeah.
What is next Wednesday? Is that Game 7?
Nah, that won't be Game 7. That'll just be you guys. I mean, well, me visiting you, bringing up your ratings again. It's usually really good when it's just Van.
We don't talk about ratings on air because of rules, but like, the boys are doing okay.
I think the boys are doing okay.
We're doing okay.
Heavy
guys get
lies
me.
the crown.
You guys got me 4 o'clock every afternoon.
All right, games.
Sometimes I get a little sad when I turn it on and it's like isotopes, but like I'm like, all right, well, the boys are probably watching them anyway.
Don't you dare
Yeah, Josh is the best.
throw shade
Nah,
at
but
my
I
friend
really
Josh
like. I look
Sushan.
forward to
The
my
best
4
in the
o'clock in my
business.
office with you guys. Like, I wonder what kind of madness they're gonna talk about today.
So you don't subscribe to the Spotify
This is Spotify?
that Isaiah
Oh,
puts up
get outta
1
here.
minute after every hour, and he's the absolute best about it.
Oh, Zay, I got you, bro. I'm gonna subscribe.
Hey,
Also, if you prefer Apple Podcasts, we're
Yeah.
on that too.
also 5-star reviews go a long way.
If you're a Stitcher guy, and
How
I
many
don't know,
reviews
I don't
can I
know
leave? Because I already
anyone
left
who's-
you one.
Some.
more. Yeah, do more.
I got a couple of emails.
It's like
Right.
voting for president.
What you do is you leave a review and you said, okay, I am so sorry. Anyone who clicked on this page, my last review was incorrect. They are even better
Yeah, 6
than I
stars.
thought they were last time.
So
There
just
was-
like leave 1 star. Like I rate this 6 stars, kind of.
Van and I were celebrity judges the other day at a Chili's, the restaurant, like cook-off
Mhm.
deal, and they gave us like the scoring rubric, I guess.
Yes.
And so it was whatever 1 through 5 on something. But I really enjoyed this steak this person made, so I put 6 stars.
Mhm.
And Aaron Buck Burnett, formerly of the Buck and Deck Show, and all these other things, he said to me, "You can't put 6 stars."
Don't tell me what I can do.
Yeah.
I go, "I like the steak."
You can't change the rules of this completely made up game.
It had like a, I don't know, whatever the sweet seasoning is they put on the ribs. You know,
Yeah,
they
it's
just put it on the
fantastic.
steak, and I
Yeah.
go, "Oh, well, this is,
Mhm.
you guys have found heaven here."
You
This-
eating steak again?
well, I can stay eating steak. It's got no carbs.
Yeah, but we're gonna be talking after.
No, I
this.
can eat so much steak.
Nah. We're gonna be talking.
I'm down
What kind of-
35 pounds.
What kind of steak was it?
Red?
Fred's-
I mean, what was the cut? Like, you
Fred's
need
got
something lean.
diabetes, not gout.
Yeah, that's a good
Those
point.
are two different things.
And not even like real diabetes, like the one you give to yourself.
Yeah.
I have self-inflicted diabetes.
I mean, that's still real diabetes.
It's got to go. Like, which I'm handling it because I cut out the soda and sweet tea.
Yeah.
You should probably cut out some of those fattier steaks also.
Fattier steaks? No, I'm a sirloin guy.
That's good for you.
I don't eat fat.
That's okay.
I don't eat fat. I cut it off, trim it off.
What? Eat the fat.
No, I don't have time for
That's
that.
You
the
don't
best
have to
part
eat
of it.
meat. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what
I
are you
know
ta-
we should.
How you gonna?
Used to.
Yeah. And I'm a pan-sear guy. I'm not trying to broil anything. I don't have time for that. Like, throw it on the grill. Like, I'm
I gotta
moving
get you guys,
fast.
get the boys to the house because I gotta make you the best steak you've had.
100% yes. Could not be more in on this plan.
Oh,
Me-
hey, number 1 fan right
Me,
there.
Van, and not Isaiah. When we get back from the break, it's 2 Men On, live from the Horn YMCA, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're at the Horn YMCA. We're talking sports, sports adjacent culture, everything that surrounds sports, other sports, new sports, old sports, but primarily the World Series is our favorite sport, and it is currently going on, and it is the bottom of the first. The New York Yankees have scored 3 runs, and the Dodgers are in trouble early.
Wow.
Telling you, baby.
History in the making, and the World Series living up to the hype, not how we expected. But how about it? You guys hoped for this. You said, I at least want it to be interesting.
I prayed for 2 things this year. One was for the World Series to go 7 games between the New York Yankees and the LA Dodgers. The other one was for Deshaun Watson to get hurt.
Oh, man. You got that one.
So I'm halfway there.
Yeah. Also, no election interference.
The problem is people hate mailboxes
Yeah, people are setting mailboxes on fire.
all the time.
And it's weird. It's not just one dude. It's different people in different states, and it's sad.
It's a lot of people in a lot of states.
Isn't it crazy how
Young they all are and impressionable.
young and impressionable, and some people are wielding machetes?
That was
voting
weird
booths? That
today.
was weird, too. And it's wild how they all support one of the people.
You're talking about the candidate, because I would say
Yeah.
not of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all end up supporting the same candidate. It's weird. It's just spooky how all
Like
these
Halloween tomorrow is gonna be
easily
spooky.
impressionable, disillusioned people all end up supporting the same one.
Speaking of weird, Sports Animal Audible is still out there for today. You call
What?
us, you give us the keyword from this morning, and we will give you 2 tickets to UNM and Wyoming. Jazz Chisholm Jr. had a 3-1 blast in the bottom of the first.
He was due.
You call Isaiah at 505-246-0610, and he will set you up with 2 tickets to Wyoming and UNM this weekend. If you give us the Sports Animal Audible today, I'm going to give you a little hint. It has something to do with a certain political candidate coming to town tomorrow.
Okay.
And today is National Candy Corn Day.
Whoa.
What do those things have in common, man?
I know it.
A color. Are they? Oh, they were both made on the same day.
I mean, I'm going to say you're wrong. I'm going to say you're wrong on that. Van just turned on his speaker for the baseball game. That's the kind of stuff he does.
So I'm pretty sure the color has something to do with Halloween as well, not just candy corn and Donald Trump.
I'm telling you right now, it's a mixture of, if you were listening this morning, the Sports Animal Audible today is exactly what we're describing. That's all I'm trying to get to. We're going to break so we can come back. It's 2 Men On live from the Horn YMCA, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Cowboy corner with Isaiah Johnson.
Took from that? Out of that whole play, that's what you took from that? You don't know football. You can't do nothing that I do. You can't go out there and do nothing. Stay in your lane, buddy. Stop playing me, bro.
Just asking the question, Trayvon. I mean, I'm happy to have you answer the question.
So what that was after the 49ers game, Trevon Diggs. Now there's going to be a lot of red flags here that I'm sure you guys will catch. So I'm just going to tell the story first. And
His
then
attitude? Are we starting with his attitude? Is that
yeah,
the first one?
That's a huge
Is that
one.
the first one we're doing?
Attitude after a loss that he had a lot to do with. You can go there too. But also, I want to go from the angle of, so after the game, Trevon Diggs goes into the locker room. He then sees that a reporter tweeted during the game. It was George Kittle's long catch, and you see two Cowboys miss the tackle, and Trevon Diggs is just jogging to the ball. He has no effort being shown. He's jogging to the ball, which ends up causing an awful angle, and all of Cowboy Nation is not happy about that play, especially with the defense playing the way it's playing. And Mike Leslie, the Cowboys reporter who works for the team, he tweeted, "What is Trevon Diggs doing here?" And then you can see in the video, Diggs is just jogging to the ball and not showing any sense of urgency. And somehow, Diggs walks into the locker room and within minutes sees this tweet and comes back out to confront the reporter. So I'll play it again now that you know the context.
Out of that whole play, that's what you took from that? You don't know football. You can't do nothing that I do. You can't go out there and do nothing. Stay in your lane, buddy. Stop playing me, bro.
Just asking the question, Trayvon. I mean, I'm happy to have you answer the question.
Out of that whole play, that's what you took from that. And then he goes on Micah Parsons' podcast, and Micah, posing to be a leader, validates Trevon. He's not the friend that's like, look, you shouldn't have did that. He goes on there and takes his side and says, oh, well, he doesn't know if we're in man coverage or in zone. He doesn't. And they completely miss the entire point, which then again exposes the culture in Dallas.
Yep.
It exposes the accountability held in Dallas. It also shows that they're not being held accountable for their effort and plays on defense, because if they were, any defender who has any bit of a defensive coordinator who cares about effort, the number one guy you're terrified of seeing you jog is the defensive coordinator. And Trevon Diggs still completely misses the point. And I guess they made up today. So one of the things Trevon said is, oh, you're talking about that. We'll talk about these nuts, which is why my on the live chat, that's what my
I was wondering.
Yes, that is what it was for. And I guess there's a peanut brand, like a canned nuts out there. It's called These Nuts.
That is correct.
Familiar.
And I don't know for you guys' radar exactly what the little scheme is behind this, but I guess fans were already sending that to the reporter. But Trevon Diggs then goes and buys him a can of These Nuts, 2 different flavors, and offers him a choice. And I guess they squashed the little mini beef, and that happened today. And it's just it's a laughing stock of a situation.
Trayvon told him to stay in his lane. His lane is a reporter. His lane is to ask questions and report on the answers. He was right in the middle of his lane. He was in the Goldilocks zone of his lane. He was right smack dab in the middle of the Venn diagram of his lane. That is childish.
Exactly. And then afterward, he goes and says, well, you know, the reporters for our team, I feel like they're supposed to have our backs, and they're throwing us under the bus and this and that. And he's just showing no accountability. And the Cowboys are just not in a good position here. And you got Micah Parsons on there validating it. So there's nowhere to go. And again, a display of awful coaching.
Now, this cat Leslie, you say he's a beat writer, or he's like he works for the team? Like, what's his affiliation?
He works for the team. He's affiliated with the team.
So he's not a beat writer. He's the Cowboys media dude.
Yeah, he's one of them.
All right, he's a loser then. Like, if the Cowboys are paying you, then you don't get to say these things. Now, if you work for the newspaper, whole other story. But the Cowboys are not paying their own dudes to throw shade at their own dudes on the internet. What's this cat's name? Leslie?
Yeah, Mike Leslie.
Mike Leslie. All right, now I don't know.
He only tweets about Dallas. He's always at the headquarters, so I'd imagine he's affiliated.
Well, affiliate and employed are different.
Okay.
Like that, I mean, and that's like a big deal to me on what it is. Because if he works for a agency or whatever,
Sports anchor at WFAA in Dallas.
no, he's clean then. He's fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. He can say whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
But if he's a Cowboys guy, he cannot.
No, he's not a Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
So this isn't WFAA. That's different than the one that Jerry Jones owns.
Okay, yeah, and it does say hashtag Texas. So he's a Texas guy who I think is just maybe a Cowboys
Reporter.
Yeah.
No, not even fan. It says he works in the industry.
100% in the right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on to, that's all fine with me. Now, if it wasn't that, if this is one of those stupid NFL Network host or MLB Network host says something stupid about their own product and then they get whatever, disciplined, that I super get. That's not real reporting. That's just entertainment.
And then on Trevon Diggs' side, this was within 5 minutes. How do you see a social media post?
Someone screenshotted it too.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was the question that you're thinking is maybe somebody saw it and sent it to him, or did he get on his phone? Because there's some of those players they tweet before I get a chance to tweet.
Dude, that's a good question, Tay, because maybe he's that fragile. Like if he's that fragile to overreact, I guess his fault. He was jogging, he took a play off.
Oh no. Hold on.
If he's that fragile to get upset by that question, he's also fragile enough to immediately, the second the game's over, hashtag Trayvon Diggs, Google search ban.
No, it's not that though. Not in this one. Like I'm not saying he doesn't do that on his Uber ride home. I'm saying he does. But I'm saying immediately after the game, and I don't know enough about Dallas media, so miss me on exact. But whoever the competitor of WFAA is, that's the reporter who showed up.
Or what? Somebody in the entourage was like, "Hey, look what homeboy said about."
I don't even know if he.
Yeah.
I can't tell you that Trayvon had got to his cell phone yet. I'm telling you, somebody that hates this Michael Leslie cat was right there ready to let him know, because that's how weird these media guys are. Yeah, like they want to be friends with. They think it's important that a person who's good at a sport is their friend.
Right.
That's the weirdest life to me.
And you know how like when players walk into the locker room, they have that little area where the reporters kind of are. It's right in front of where the locker room doors are. So he walks into the locker room and comes back out of the locker room. So whenever he also did say that when he walked past the guy originally, he noticed him, but then he went to the locker room and then he saw it. Now he didn't say how he saw it, but this is a story he gave on Michael's podcast. He says, I saw it and then I thought to myself, oh, I just saw that guy. So then he decided to go back out there. And after you lose a game to the 49ers like that, there should just be
because of your play and effort.
Yeah, there should be so many other things on your mind, like things that actually matter.
Well, loser's gonna lose though. You know what I mean? Like you're not just a loser on the field. Like you're a loser in all mentalities. You're not gonna see Brock Purdy doing that. You know,
it's a big reach. Of course you wouldn't. But.
No, of course you wouldn't. Like there's a level of expectation. And whoever gave this piece of information to him knew that he would react to it. They weren't doing it to like look out for him. They were doing it to get a reaction. Like this, it's all that entertainment stuff.
And he's got this reporter manipulated. The reporter tweeted, "Oh yeah, I apologize." And in the video, them squashing it, he says, "Oh, my apologies if I misread the play." And I'm like, don't let these guys bully you into saying you did something wrong. You saw what everybody saw. He was not talking about the coverage or, he was talking about why is this guy not hustling? And it was a valid point. And if Trevon, if he's going to take it that way, I hope he's just being, he doesn't want to, admit that he was loafing on that play. But if he truly does believe he did nothing wrong, what makes it even worse for Cowboy fans is that you could expect it to keep happening. Like, it's not going to change. He's not looking at his effort. He's not getting the right message.
Well, he's got the message is, you're very correct. The message part is even weirder. Did you remember like a week earlier, Jerry Jones said he was going to fire a guy that didn't work for him at a radio station? Yeah. Like, that's how these guys think this is. to tell a guy who doesn't work with you or for you, and I just learned about WFAA. I don't know anything about it. If you're going to tell him what he can or cannot do for his profession,
Sure.
like you are a foolish human being, like incredibly foolish. Also, I would have asked the question. I would have made the tweet different. I would have been like, of the 21 points that the Cowboys gave up in the third, do you think this was the worst play? Like, whatever.
Hats off to the reporter for being cool. You know, he's not going to lose his job, and you obviously, although you called him out a little bit, you don't want to really, really anger the guy. So you're going to keep your composure. He is the player and you're a reporter, but still, he's really composed. But he did say, "Well, I'd love if you answered the question. Let us know what you're doing."
Oh, there's a go-to for that. You have a playbook for that. So you have canned responses when you get that from weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because I have a bunch of them. I have so many of them where like somebody comes at me weird or they're just being bizarre. I don't even want to use. I think weird is a bad connotation now because the Republican Party adopted it.
Yeah.
So like, say you're coming like bizarre, like my default, my go-to in that moment is, hey, let's step outside. Hey, let's go in the hall. Hey, let's remove from this environment where you feel comfortable being weird. Like, and then from there you can decompress.
In that situation, he's got the cameras on, and he's not going to go step aside of the reporter. Then people would be saying, "Oh, what's he going to do?" He's aggressive. He's hot. He was aggressive. He was angry.
Hey, let them write their own narrative from there.
Sure.
Yeah. What you do is you spare that person from that public embarrassment. If he would have gave, and I'm just saying what I would have done. If I would have made a social media thing and Trayvon Diggs had come to me bizarrely, I would have said, brother, we can go finish this. We can have a conversation away from this. Like, that will help you. Like, you just end up with this conversation forever. And now, hey, bud, he's going to end up paid. These nuts, he's going to cut him a check.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to hit on also. When did that come about? When did they say, all right, I know this is squashed, but let's squash it publicly, get him these cannon nuts, and we'll figure out a way to spin this whole thing into some money. Because Trevon yesterday on the podcast yesterday morning, more like noonish.
No one had offered him money yet.
He was still upset about it. So then all of a sudden he's just cool with it.
Is that when it airs? Oh, because they get Mondays off.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready, Dallas Fort Worth, for Trayvon Diggs and Mike Leslie D's Nuts commercials coming soon. Squash the beef and make some money out of it.
And then they in the video they say, "Oh, you want the banana flavored or you want the there's another flavor."
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, because it comes in 8 delicious flavors.
There's banana flavored nuts.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's not real.
Banana was one of the. It was just banana pudding, actually.
What?
I think they're only. Awful. Also, I think they're only peanuts. Like, I'm familiar with this company. I don't think they do like pistachios or anything. Like, it's kind of. I mean, it's there because of the Ice Cube joke, obviously. That's the whole thing.
Wow, that's a thing that exists.
How do you get that trademark?
Is it banana pudding or
banana pudding peanuts?
Yeah.
Get them at your local Walmart.
Really? This seems like a good partner for that product. If I saw that on the clearance aisle, I would buy that for like a white elephant thing.
I want to try it because it sounds awful.
What? Hey, look, it worked. They got you.
They're going to sell at least one can.
Yeah. And whatever bowl game is held at AT&T Stadium this winter, it'll be the D's Nuts whatever bowl.
The D's Nuts banana cream pie.
Yeah. I don't think Mike Leslie was in on it from the start, though.
No, I don't think either of them.
No, that's just a football dork being a football dork.
This came about maybe in the middle of the day. But it shocked me, though, because usually you'll think that everything's kind of fixed. But I like that you think this started real and then money came in the middle.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, if D's Nuts publicity team is that good, kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos.
They are that good.
Yeah.
They get Google notifications.
You guys set this up ahead of time. Like, ooh, strong work.
Diggs would be sacrificing his image to pull this one off.
Was his image good? I've never known him do anything weird. Does he do weird stuff?
The worst thing about Diggs, and when it comes to like football play, is he might fight on a route. Well, yeah. This kind of transfers from on the field. Off the field, I think he's been fine.
I think he seems fine. Yeah.
Yeah. His son's really popular, and him and his son's relationship. It was kind of one of those deals.
His brother went to jail recently, right? Not Stephon, the other one, the one that's not in the NFL.
Maybe.
I'm pretty certain.
But as far as on the field, he might bite on a route on a double move and give up big plays. But there was never just jogging.
I have zero issues if the best athletes on the planet get beat by the best athletes on the planet. Like
You're playing the odds. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
But not hustling. You could be 12 years old on your first football team, and a coach is going to tell you, "Hey, if you don't stop jogging on the field, you're going to come off." And they take it so serious because they say not only does it look bad, but you can get hurt that way. If you're jogging and someone else is going full speed, like you're basically a sitting duck.
Hey, going full speed cost Anthony Richardson his job. So there's that.
Bottom of the second 2 outs, the Yankees have added a number, and Aaron Judge comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a two home run dinger in the first. We talked about that before the break. He's going to face one here, and it's low. When we get back, we tell you what the Yankees did. It's 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sport Town.
Your vehicle is one of your.
I was going to hit it with only 4 runs the difference early in this one. We're at the Horn YMCA wrapping up the program. As we continue on from the Y, here's my thing about Halloween and sports, man. You can go as any sports that you want as a kid. Okay? You can be the exact thing you want to be come Halloween for sports, but you cannot, I'm going to be very clear here, okay? As a kid, ever be the sidekick in the thing. If you're going, like if you want to be a baseball player and your dad wants to be a baseball player, you get to pick which baseball player you are. Like your dad doesn't get to be Aaron Judge, and you have to be leftovers. Kid. Like if the kid wants to be,
Now, if the kid's Juan Soto, that's not really a left.
it's not a leftover.
The kid wants to be
Like too many superstars on the Yankees.
Giancarlo. Don't call me Mike Stanton. He wants to be, Anthony Volpe. Like,
Well, if he loves that
for the
guy,
Yankees.
all right. Bad
Front
analogy.
Yeah.
Better analogy coming. The kid's always Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He's never Scotty Pippen. He's never Tony Kukoc.
Maybe Luke Walton, because he's a big. He plays center, maybe.
If you were growing up when I grew up and you wanted to be a center and you weren't Akeem Olajuwon, you're messing up.
Unless you have a brother. If you have a brother, maybe like twin or a brother that's close to your age, you guys are kind of like a package deal. Sometimes they're Batman and Robin.
Well, they're not sports.
Well, you could be Michael Jordan and Pippen, Stephen Clay. Stephen Clay's a good one. One's better at handles than the other.
I don't like the idea of kids having what you're talking about unless they're relatives. Like if you and your buddy wanted to go as Shaq and Kobe, I don't like that. Why? You can do it with your brother or your sister.
Also, are you talking about just like wearing their jerseys in public?
Yes, on Halloween.
Are you doing like a Scully cap that you walk around?
Oh, like the way of Saturday Night Live
You
is
just like
making you look
really lean into it. Yeah.
short. If you go as an athlete, you have to have the tops and bottoms. You can't just be Sean Kemp and then have jorts on.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be Larry Bird and have like mid-thigh shorts. No, you need them nut huggers, baby.
Yeah.
Lean into it.
Also, athletes with signature looks, you can't not do it. Like if you go,
Also, if you're gonna go Karl Malone, don't do the Jimmy Kimmel route. Like, please don't do blackface. Like we're done with this.
you don't have to do skin tone for athletes.
Jimmy Kimmel died for our sins, so he's the last one. Let's hope.
I'm glad you say that, right? Because we agree. This actually came up on KKOB. It was a notes question, and it was about what's allowed or not allowed as a costume. And when he was naming things off, I did make a point. Native Americans, is that acceptable? And I said, if you're going to dress up as somebody who's a different color, you have to make sure that if your costume isn't good enough for somebody to be able to tell who you are,
That's a good note.
Your skin tone being changed is not a good enough costume.
Now, there was this iconic Halloween moment where a lot of people asked, why is James crying? And that was because, he had just got dunked on. Just got dunked on. And Froggy Fresh and Moneymaker Mike are Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen to a T. Everything about it, down to the armband on the forearm. Yeah. They are perfect. They didn't change their tone. And James, who was Patrick Ewing, just got dunked on. I ain't even lying.
The best costume I've seen so far is the dad who's dressing up as a basketball player, and then he's got the little kid who has a basketball costume, and he's like dribbling on top of his head, and the kid's like bouncing up and down. Easily the best costume I've seen.
Adorable. Eventually. A lot of people are with us today. Thank you to all of them. Isaiah back at the studio.
Go Yankees. They're going to win this one. Called it.
Well, we all did.
We all
Yeah.
did.
What are you doing?
Garrett Cole.
Good one.
I did say Dodgers would have a good game. That was a good prediction.
Van, final words?
Too much time on my friend Ethan Cup here. Make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and Stage.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you tomorrow, Burke.